Ruben Amorim, Ruben Amorim, he'll bring the glory days again. We'll take it from the Stratford end. Ruben Amorim, Ruben Amorim, he'll bring the glory days again. Come on! Yes! Come on! Come on! Yes! Oh! 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 Harry Maguire! Oh! Man! Wow, thank you. Thank you, Manchester United. Thank you. Hang on a sec. Oh. Cheers, everyone. Chin chin. That tastes good. That tastes good. I'm out of breath now. Oh, what a game. What a result. Oh. Harry, first time. Listen, I want to say, before we get into the game, we've got a lot of notes, a lot to talk about. First time in 10 years. 10 years. It's a long time. 10 years since we won at Anfield. And I was proud of the team today. On so many levels, I was proud of them. They deserved it. When Liverpool equalised, well, I always sit down at about 75 to 80 minutes just to finish off getting the getting the show ready and thumbnails and everything else. And I'm so proud of them because we conceded that goal. And I'm not going to lie to you, I sat there and thought we'll capitulate now. Because we'd started 10 minutes before. We were giving the ball away cheaply, especially Bruno Fernandes. But then we went up the other end and we went for it. And we scored. What a really good ball by Bruno, by the way. We score the winner, which we now know is the winner. And then we were amazing. Barring one Gakpo chance, we were just immense after that. I'm just absolutely buzzing. Dancing around, I can't even breathe. Oh, I can't even breathe. Absolutely amazing. Well done to Manchester United. Well done to Ruben Amorim. Everything spot on. We'll be breaking it down for you. Panel will be coming soon. There's no doubt about that. But like this video, please. Share the video, please. Get yourselves subscribing. Get that done. Oh. 2 in a row. 2 in a row. We've actually fucking done it. We won 2 in a row. Get the champers out. Get the champers. Champers. It's time for the champers. We won 2 in a row. Hey. And I've got to say, I've got to give a lot of credit today to Ruben Amorim because I didn't like the lineup. I didn't like the setup, but it works. And it worked a treat. And yes, there was some luck in there. Gakpo hitting the post twice, well, 3 times with a deflected cross. But we also missed some big chances as well. And we knew they were vulnerable. And all week I had to hold myself back from jinxing it. You know, I believe in the football gods. And the one thing I said where we could win the game is if we exploited the opportunities that we got. And I made a list and I marked them all down on here. And I said we'd have 4 or 5 gilt-edged chances. We had 7 in the game, either opportunity or chances to score. And we converted 2 of them. And in the end, it was enough because Liverpool's finishing hasn't been great in the last few games, as much as their system's going to get blamed by some. Ekitike, Isak, even Gakpo that got the goal, missed some really good chances today. But overall, I'm just stoked. Absolutely buzzing. My anxiety's creeping up now because I'm jumping around. My chest hurts. But you know what? If I collapse and if I die, I have a heart attack right now. Of course, tell my children, all 3 of them, Archie, Freya, Jackson, I love you. Mum and Dad, thanks for everything. Everyone, love yous. But if I go now, at least I go happy. I'm going to go with a glass of champagne in my hand, having beat my biggest rivals. Oh. Come on, hold my hand. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday like a Maguire winner at Anfield. Oh, yes. I'm so happy, man. We are gonna break the game down. We're gonna get into it in detail. There is no doubt about that whatsoever. But I've just got to catch my breath. I've just got to catch my breath. I've got to catch up. Wow. Oh, that was intense, man. That was very, very, very intense indeed. Absolutely intense indeed. It really, really was. And yeah, man, I tell you now, I'm going to sing this song as well. Set piece, ole, ole, ole. Set piece again. Hey, set piece again. Hey, set piece, ole, ole, ole. I see Tom Little crying. I see his greasy curtains. That's on his head. He's come out tonight. You couldn't beat the red and white. I don't know what else to fucking sing. Listen, if you're a United fan tonight, don't let anyone tell you not to celebrate. I want to say that now. Celebrate, have a drink, have a smoke, eat some good food. You know, make love, make sweet music with your woman or your man. Doesn't matter, whichever one you have. I don't care anyway. I'm one of them mans. But, oh, yeah. Can't even lie to you. My anxiety right now is going crazy. My body's aching, chest is hurting, head spinning. My brain don't know what's going on. Right, let's get into review. We've got to get into reviewing the game. That's just got to happen because otherwise I'll just sit here all day procrastinating. But let me just put this onto my stream and let me just kind of get ready to do this. But wow. So I've got to start with wow. I've got to start with just blown away by my team today. We did something I didn't think we would do. I said there was a chance we could beat Liverpool. And everything kind of went the way I thought it would. Barring one thing. I knew we would exploit them gaps between the fullbacks and centre-backs of Liverpool. Brian and Mbeumo today. Oh! Finger licking good. Amazing. But we exploited those areas. I knew we would get really good chances to score against Liverpool because everybody gets really good chances to score against Liverpool. I knew we'd have to have a little luck, and we did with Gakpo hitting the post a couple of times from shots, missing a really good chance as well. We had a bit of luck with Isak looking awful, Salah awful. You know, a few mishaps with us on the ball. Got away with a few little bits, but that happens in football. But, and there is a real big, big, big but here. The thing that I wasn't expecting was us to handle the Anfield pressure. I thought these players would get the chances and miss them and succumb to the mistakes. And up until Gakpo scored in the 78th minute, we'd handled it all perfectly. I felt maybe 10 minutes before the goal, Bruno started giving it away cheaply in the middle. I felt that we were just kicking the ball up the other end at the 70th minute of the game. And I'm thinking, no, we've got to try and keep some possession here. We've got to try and lay a glove. Arne Slot, to his credit, went for it. He went 4-2-4. He tried. That was going to give us chances on the counter. But Liverpool hit back. Anfield crowd was up. And I just assumed. I did. I just assumed it was done. I just assumed that it was dusted. I just assumed that it was finished and that it was over. And I thought, that's it. We're going to lose now. We are not great at handling pressure. This group of players, we're not good at it. But we collected ourselves. We came back together. Harry Maguire, the lit at the back, just phenomenal. Bruno, who I thought had a really bad 10 minutes prior to that, stepped up with one of the best balls you'll see all year. We tried to win. And I love that mentality. We didn't allow the increase in volume, the cauldron of pressure that was created at Anfield to beat us. Not for a second. Maguire steps up with that winner. And listen, I'm not sitting here and making any claims about this being a springboard. I'm not going to make any claims that now we've won 2 on the bounce, we're going to win 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My feet are as firmly on the ground now as if we would have lost the game. I'm going to enjoy the moment. I'm going to celebrate tonight. No one is taking this away from me. I don't care that we haven't won the league in over a decade. Tonight we celebrate. Tonight we party. Tonight we are winners. Tonight we're Qatari. But for me, right, it was the mentality we demonstrated. I was so blown away by it. And Maguire getting the winner, I think, was poetic. Should have got the winner last year, but it kind of bounced up. Ruben Amorim. Didn't like his starting lineup. Didn't like it. Didn't like the fact Šeško was on the bench. I didn't like the fact Maguire was in the team over Lenioro. I was wrong. We started amazingly, as we've done in many games this season. The difference being, and look, I will address this before people call it out. We were very fortuitous with the opening goal. Our play was good. The finish was amazing. Van Dijk's defending was absolutely abysmal. Game should have been stopped for a head injury, but the referee said he didn't see it. And there is no protocol under VAR to then chalk the goal off. So they couldn't re-referee it. Just like you can't re-referee a corner, you can't re-referee a yellow card unless it's mistaken identity. There was nothing that could be done. There was fortune in that element. I hold my hands up massively. United got lucky in that regard. But the goal in itself was fantastic. And Brian Mbeumo set up by Ahmad. Ahmad, I thought, probably had his best game of the season today. And the only reason he came off, if we're being honest, is because he picked up a yellow card that's never a yellow card. One of the best tackles you'll see all season. I cannot believe for the life of me a foul and the yellow card was given. When you consider what Danso did earlier on today to Digne, and PGMOL and VAR absolutely come out and said it doesn't matter. There was a really bad follow through. He cleanly wins the ball. Couldn't believe that then Ahmad had to come off. We couldn't risk a second yellow for him, the same as Casemiro coming off. But overall, I was really proud of all the players today. I thought every single one of them stepped up. I thought every single one of them delivered to the best of their ability. I'm not going to say they were all perfect. I'm not going to say they were all amazing, but to the best of their ability, I think they did a fantastic job. And as I mentioned, staying strong after conceding, going on to get the winner at Anfield, a place we haven't won at in a decade, with the pressure that Amorim is under, the pressure these players are under. And a lot of big words were spoke this week. A lot of big words were spoke about the players being behind the manager. We'll go and show and fight. The players loving the fact that he's kept his job. We'll go and start winning games then. And at the very least, run through brick walls. Be tireless in your pursuit of this. And they were today. And I have to give them credit because I've called them out for that before. And I've criticized them for that before. Today, they were just sensational. Today, they were just amazing on every single level. I want to shout out Lammens. Big up Lammens, because it's going to sound basic to a lot of rivals that don't feel anything for Man United. But having a goalkeeper that competent at catching the ball, although there was one where it kind of got underneath him, but he still managed to catch it. Onana's letting that go, right? That's a goal. I thought for his second game being away at Anfield, the approach by Ruben Amorim, the approach by the club to bring him in as a number 2, to give him 2 or 3 games before he's given a debut, to still sell it as he's the number 2, I think it has worked a treat. He's been flawless in his first 2 games. The fans are behind him because they feel he's the number 2, not the number 1. They've pulled a fast one on us. But you've got to do that more as a football club. It's shrewd, and I'm going to give it credit because it's deserved. And there are going to be players that I don't mention, and it isn't because I'm trying to be disrespectful. I'm just absolutely elated. Yes, I've calmed down a lot now, but it's because I can't keep shouting like that. I'm an old man. I'll do myself a fucking mischief, but I'm so happy. All week, I spoke to people when I was in Ireland this week, spoke to people privately, and I'm like, we can win, but I just can't see us handling that pressure. Doing it, I'm so proud. On Liverpool, look, Man United tonight did a huge job for Arsenal. Huge job for Arsenal. And Liverpool are in a crisis. I know that slot system is going to get blamed. But for me, I wrote some notes down here. I know Gakpo hit the post, but you do know a post is an off-target shot. Just want to give you an idea of that. 2 posts hitting. Some really, really big chances missed in that game. Isak was one of them. I know Lammens saved it, but you really would expect the most expensive striker ever in this land to hit it better. Ekitike goes through. Really good run from him. Shot goes wide. You have Mo Salah, okay, who had a great chance at the back post, volleys it and scuffs it wide. I think putting this result solely on the system of Arne Slot, I think it's disrespectful. I think it's lies. I just think you're lying. I think you were deliberately ignoring individual players that are not stepping up for Liverpool Football Club right now, who are of a very good to world-class level on a consistent basis. But I want to mention one individual today who will get protected by Liverpool fans. I understand why, because you love him. Okay? Just like Ross protecting Joel in EastEnders. I get it. It's wrong, but I get it. Virgil van Dijk today was absolutely abysmal. I genuinely mean that. It was absolutely abysmal on every single level. It truly was. I don't think it can be defended. I don't think it can be played down. Konate's had a stinker of a season, and Van Dijk's been babysitting him the whole campaign. But tonight, it was absolute roles reversed. And Mbeumo was tearing him up. He was consistently in the wrong position, massively culpable for the first goal. Didn't even know Mbeumo was behind him, just very, very casual. And I felt that there was 2 or 3 other occasions tonight where United had opportunities and chances, and it was Van Dijk looking all at sea. He didn't know whether to come or go. So as much as people will want to blame Slot, you do have to look at individuals as well in their performances, and Liverpool just weren't up to it today. The international break has been and gone. Liverpool have got to start picking up some results soon, because this crisis is real. And I'm not saying it's a crisis that's going to be long-lived, but it's real. It exists. There are problems right now at Liverpool Football Club. There is no doubt about that whatsoever. There's a confidence crisis in some of their best players. There are definitely some system issues, but to lose 4 on the bounce for the first time, I think, in about a decade is crazy. Okay? On top of that, to lose to Man United at home for the first time in 10 seasons in that run, giving Ruben Amorim his first back-to-back wins in the Premier League. All of that together, missing the chances they did, losing late on again, fighting back. You've got to remember Crystal Palace. You've got to remember Chelsea. They fought back. Man United have 3 games. They fought back. I think everybody in all 3 of those games expected Liverpool to go on and get the winners, and it's gone against them. And I would, because I will praise Liverpool's mentality for going on and getting those winners late. To lose 3 Premier League games in the bounce in the opposite way, it must be criticised. But putting that all on Slot, no. Absolutely not. Some of these Liverpool players need to wake up and smell the coffee. Some of these Liverpool players need to be held to account because they've been nowhere near good enough. Listen, hit the like button, please, people. Get yourself subscribed. And what we on likes right now? We should just get this past 2,000 likes, people. Let's get that done. I'm just going to go and party now. I'm going to go and party. What a win. Well done, Ruben. Well done, Maguire. Well done, Mbeumo. Well done, Manchester United. Oh, my God. Oh, my days. I'm going to go to your super chats that have come in because I know there's quite a lot. Just bear with me a second, then I'm going to bring the panel out. But we're here for a while. Don't worry about that. Let me just jump into some of these comments that are coming through, because I think we've got quite a lot of super chats to fuck me. It's just so generous, man. I love you guys. I really, really do. Let's go to the beginning. This here says Liverpool will win the league because they have the difference makers to convert draws into losses. Well, not tonight, they don't. Gerardo Ref here says 3 seasons in a row, Liverpool were expected to hammer United at Anfield and haven't won one of those games. There's clearly upset the football gods. Well, listen, that 7-0 defeat will always haunt me when it comes to going to Anfield. And I think that's why a lot of people have expected these beatdowns, because United have probably got worse since then, and Liverpool actually probably better since then. But it's never really gone that way. 3 times on the bounce, we've been really good there. And I think 2 of those times we deserve to win. Before the panel starts, Liverpool are 9th place if it not for that worldy free kick against Arsenal. 2-horse race as of today. Well, listen, I think Liverpool fans and the performances will be talking about that. We'll be chatting to the panel about that today. Amorim got everything right today. Cunha is immense as fuck, is what Baz says. Yeah, I thought Cunha was brilliant today. I didn't really mention him in my monologue, but I do agree with you. I think he was absolutely fantastic. I really, really do. Congrats, Terry. 3 massive points, baby. Cheers, President. Husam's face. I can't wait to see Husam. Husam will be joining us very, very soon. Kirkes is just a left-sided Emerson Royale. Yeah, he's been poor. He has been poor. Toothless Man United bites off Liverpool's title hopes. Looks like the whole United team supports Arsenal, not just you, Terry. Peak embarrassment. Losing to this United is unacceptable. Liverpool have no identity, no patterns of play anymore, relying on Galacticos. Fix this, Arnie. Amorim keeps breaking records. What record did he break? I'd love to know. As a Gooner, I'm buzzing. Happy for you, bro. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, listen, Arsenal fans should be as happy tonight as United fans. This is massive. Constantine here says, so glad to see you. Happy, Terry. Thanks for the help in the title race. I actually think Amorim got the better of Slot. Liverpool luck run out. It was great today. He was absolutely brilliant today, Ruben Amorim. And I criticized the starting lineup, but he got it absolutely spot on. I thought it was great. So proud of him. I'm going to share that on screen. I've just been sold something. Sent something brilliant. Husam's score for today's match was Liverpool 1, Liverpool 2. Well, listen, me and him had a conversation about this on Tuesday, and I think it would be disrespectful of any Liverpool fan to say that they beat themselves today. Yes, they'll go, yeah, but we missed those chances. You did, but Bruno should have scored. Mount should have scored. And Mbeumo had a chance for a second goal. We could have been 2 or 3-0 up at half time. Don't forget that. We had more big chances in that game today than Crystal Palace had against them. Just putting it out there. God bless Harry Maguire. United win 2 on the bounce. 4 points clear. Liverpool muddied. 4 games lost. Liverpool, fuck Liverpool. Come on, you gooners. Matey, get a haircut now. I don't get it. Yeah, mate. We've got to win 3 more. We've got to win 3 more. He's a long way off from that. Finally, a real Man United joy for Terry. Yeah, I love it. Loving it today, my brother. I'm loving it today. I'm loving it. Hey, I see you, Rack. I see you, Rack, backstage. Rackius, Mundinius, Munhinius, I see you. Such an incredibly cagey game. Got lucky, but delighted with the win. Everyone of United signings were great today. Hope to build from this now. I agree. There he is. Rackius, Meridius has just come backstage. Rackius, Mansingius, Bundidius, Monsidius is here with us now. Lusam, bring your behind here. Face the music. Let's face the music and dance. So I've got to top up my champers. And some will say champers after just 1 win. Bruv. Do you know my club's only won back-to-back Premier League games twice now in 2.5 years? I'm enjoying it. If you don't enjoy it, I think you're a dick. Tell Maguire made up for his last season miss. You love to see it. No, he did, man. Half a man, half amazing. Yes, he did. 2 points behind Liverpool. Lammens is so confident. It seems like he inspires the defense. I will be honest with you. I was nervous about I was always nervous at set pieces and crosses because it's a bit of PTSD. But I'll be honest with you, the more the game went on, there were some crosses he couldn't get to because for whatever reason. But I feel so much more relaxed with him in goal. There's just something about it. And I spoke about this a lot this morning on Killing the Game. You know, everyone keeps crying about Arsenal's set pieces. I'm like, you do realize you make their set pieces harder for the teams they're playing because the whole world keeps talking about them. It becomes like a thing. It becomes an issue. And with Lammens, it's similar because everyone spoke about our goalkeepers not being able to catch a ball. That gets in their heads, makes people whip those balls in harder. It makes teams feel more confident at scoring. And if you've ever played sport at a decent level, when you feel a sense of confidence, it helps. When you have a sense of fear, go and play golf. If you're good at golf, go and do this tomorrow. Every time you're near a bunker or water, think about it going in the bunker or water. I guarantee your accuracy drops by 50, 60%. It's a very important mentality. United played like the big team they are. Yes, we did today, man. We did do that today. Up the Manx, we appreciate the assist. Big up. I'm on loan at Arsenal, so let's do it. Unless we get into the title race from here, then I have to go back to my club. That's a joke, by the way. No, the football gods know it's a joke, but some of you incels don't. I've got a new name for the incels now. I'm going to call them Joels. If you've been watching EastEnders, you'll get what I mean. Just love Cunha, shithousery at the final minute. Yeah, what he did right at the end and got that foul, it was just brilliant. It just killed the game off at that point. And you need that. You need that. You need to be savvy. Hey, savvy. Oh, savvy. Been watching the Terrace for about 2 to 3 years now. But I have never seen you this buzzing and happy like right now. Nice to see. Thank you, bro. Listen, I feel amazing, man. I feel amazing. Thank you. Come on, you gooners. Hit the likes. Thank you, Luke. Congrats to Man United. Absolutely deserving. Slot out. Oh, wow. Gregory here, a Liverpool fan, says slot out. Talk to me, chat. Talk to me. Talk to me, my chat. Talk to me, Terriers. Isak today is Nicholas Jackson. Wirtz is Havertz. Do you know what? Alexander Isak was terrible today. Barely any good touches. One good chance. Awful. And must be criticised. Must be. We'd criticize any other player. He should get more criticism for the individual game than Darwin Núñez used to get, because he's better than Darwin Núñez. That's the way life works. Credit to every single player. Very brave. I agree, brother. I agree. From 5 points ahead to 4 points behind, I don't care if it's the first 8 games or last 8 games. That's a generational bottling. Liverpool not in the title race this season. Well, the next 4 or 5 games is interesting, because what we spoke a lot about in the build-up to this game is, in the next few weeks, can Arsenal, and I'm going to throw City into this equation too, can they create a gap over the favourites Liverpool? That gap, if it's 2 people that create that gap, 3 people that create a gap, it's very hard to, it then becomes about probability. It isn't suddenly an 8-point gap. It's 3 8-point gaps. And the likelihood of catching one team that's 8 points ahead of you is slim. But overtaking 3 teams that are 8 points ahead of you, the probability, I don't quite know how it works. Someone who's a mathematician would tell you, you almost times the odds by 2 or 3, because you've got to do it 3 times. You've got to have 3 things go your way. It makes it very, very hard indeed. Where are they at, Terry? They talked all week on the team. We questioned the mentality. Today they showed it, especially after giving up the goal. And last year, Harry should have won it. Today, he won it. Oh, listen, Liverpool fans are backstage. Rack's backstage. Tom Little's backstage. I'm not too sure whether Kamal is backstage. No, he's not. Who's Kamal? That's not Kamal. That's Cam. The fuck? He's changed his name. Depot, let's say. I was like, Kamal? I don't know him as Kamal. Arsenal, you're welcome, is what Andre says here. The football gods have struck again. Glory, glory, Man United. Oh, yes. I bet Slot wouldn't have minded if he got a set-piece goal. Listen, I will tell you this as well. The fact we won it with a set-piece, it's... When that goal went in, this is what, again, we can't play the music, but this is what we should have heard when that goal went in, because it was for a set piece.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. Let's do
That's what we should have heard when that went in, bruv. It is. Trossard and Maguire, dedicated set piece goals to Slot. Credit where credit is due. Amorim, man of the match. Yeah, he was great today. Slot is a fraud. Same mistakes over and over again, is what Classic Fig says here. Tell Husam, Hurrah the Waz. I don't know what that means, bro, but I'll say it. That better not be rude. There has been a 9-point swing in the last 3 games for Arsenal and City versus Liverpool. We were both 5 and 8 points behind. They have also been done by late goals. That's very true, Sky King, and we will be talking about that. We will be there. We are there. We are here. Hate the results, but really happy for you, Terry Fairs. Thanks, Blaze. Long-time subscriber, viewer, super chat. Thank you. Núñez and Gakpo had a Freaky Friday swap role. Gakpo was Liverpool's only good player today, though, attacking-wise. You don't get to celebrate that, plastic boy. Oh, this lovely drop. This lovely drop tastes beautiful. Here we go, Spider-Man. There we go. Look, there we go. Hey. We made it through the rain. We kept ourselves together and made it through the rain. Thank you, Spider-Man. Love you, bro. Oh, beautiful. Chiesa and Hugo should start no matter who doesn't. Name me players who has better than them this season. Don't give me free pass to players VVD, Mo, Isak. Yeah, I think both should be starting. I agree with you wholeheartedly. Even though, as an Arsenal fan, this result was excellent for us, I am genuinely happy for you, Terry, for the result. You deserve it. Thank you, Toby, my bro. I love you for that, my man. Is it a coincidence that when we have a decent goalkeeper, we win two games in a row? Binder and Onana make at least one big mistake this game. Now, I agree with you as well, and I know what that will lead to from the Amorim outers. Should have started straight away. I still say no. it's been a perfect start for him. So therefore, I feel like the preparation for him has to be praised. Yes, we could have started in game week 1 when he arrived, like his first game, and it might have also been perfect, but we don't know what we don't know. And what we do know, is that Lammens has given us a sense of confidence. There's a calmness at the back. And even when he made a few little mistakes, he rectifies them. And I totally understand, Chip, that some people wanted to see him the first game after we signed him. I always felt I knew what the approach was from Man United because, listen, I know Ben Jacobs very well, but the fact he kept on pushing that narrative of he's coming in as the number 2, I'm not saying Ben wasn't lying. Ben just tells you what the club's telling him. I never bought it. I said all along, first 2 or 3 games he'll be on the bench. I reckon if Casemiro doesn't get sent off against Chelsea, I think he comes on in the second half. It was all about relieving pressure. Man United goalkeeper is the most pressured job in club football. There's something about the scrutiny a United goalkeeper gets. It feels like no other. Maybe the England goalkeeper job's similar. And I thought we did this to protect him. It's gone perfectly. So therefore, I'm happy with the approach because could we have asked for much more from him in his first 2 games? Yeah, love it. Great player. Great signing so far. Off topic, sorry. Do you think Arsenal's defense is improving more due to Gabriel Heinz's hiring? I don't know about that. I mean, it's very off subject, but I don't know how good a coach Gabriel Heinz is. Fantastic football player. He'll bring some more passion into that dressing room. I tell you, he'll fucking hit a player if they chat back to him. Nutcase he was, but maybe. Terry, I won my bets on United today. Easy money. Big up yourself, Bermuda Guna. Glory, Man United. Brilliant game. A big up you, Terry. Thank you to the Football Zone. You're a legend. By the way, we're not on 2,000 likes yet, though. Let's get this like. Let's get it shared. Let's get that done, please. Big up, Terry. It's one of our member chats. 9 months a member here from Raj. He says, big up, Terry. Happy to see you chuffed. Not going to lie. As you meant, you scored at the 89th minute as I, as a Chelsea fan, was crazy when we scored a last-minute winner. Listen, I'd love to have scored the goal earlier and then seen the game out comfortably, but there's something about winning it late, which is just amazing. And listen, I know we've built an amazing community here over the last decade. And, yeah, listen, I'm very, very happy today. Like I said, feet on the ground today. And I'll tell you this now, I'm not going to be going around calling out any Amorim outers. I'm not going to go and call out people that didn't think we could win because I didn't think we could win. Today's about talking about this is, again, everyone's free to come on and say what they want. What I would really like to hear from people is their thoughts on today's game. I don't think Man United fans have to, don't go after Saeed and be like, well, now what do you want? Do you want a manager sack still? Just drop that toxic bullshit. Let's talk about today's game. And I use Saeed as an example because it's just ridiculous to go after people for that. David's coming on in a moment. I'm not asking him a single question about has he changed his mind about Ruben Amorim. Why would I? It's ridiculous to do that. It really, really is, and I think what we need, the same as if you're Amorim in and you think he's going to turn it round and we win a few games and then have a setback, the conversation just shouldn't be change your mind yet. It's kind of weird. It's very childish and we're not doing that. We're going to celebrate the win. We're going to talk about the good parts of today. There'll be some bad parts too because that's a football match. But overall, yeah, man, I'm buzzing. I'm very, very happy to beat Liverpool. First time in 10 years at their ground. Don't forget, you can't celebrate, Terry. That's my message to anyone who says I can't celebrate. You are a wanker if you say you can't celebrate winning. If you tell a Man United fan today we can't celebrate this win, my only message to you is you are a wanker. That's it. You're being a wanker. And I mean it in the jovial sense. It's like, shut up, you wanker. That's all you are, you're a wanker. Do you know what I mean? Come on, you gooners. Glory, Man United. The collab we needed. Congrats, Terry. Yeah, we ain't winning the league, but I hope somebody else but Liverpool does. 4 minutes in the first half and 8 minutes in the second half. No sense. I will say as well, I forgot all about that. 8 minutes of time added on. Again, wankers, those refs today. Ahmad's yellow card. I'm still pissed about that. What a tackle. Big up Maguire, real pro, all the flack and still showed up when it counts. He is perfect. Is he perfect? No. I'm sorry, of course not. But he cares. Looks like set pieces help other teams than Arsenal. Arnie, great Sunday for the Gooners is what O'Malley says. Big up yourself, O'Malley. You can't wait to see Don give it him, Tez. I don't know where he is right now. Can we take a second to talk about how the important thing here. Maguire's knee slide, aura, smooth as silk. Ha ha ha. Husam, hold that. Yeah, the knee slide was levels. Well, I didn't really celebrate the goal. It was delayed for me because it went in. I was like, oh, wow. And I saw the knee slide. And then I just had this horrible feeling of, oh, what if it's off? I celebrated once I saw I had to wait for the replay. And I know they show the celebrations, but sometimes I wish the replays would just come on straight away. Then I saw that. Then I went and scared my dog. My dog was sound asleep. And I went and jumped on him. He wasn't a happy boy. Only here for Husam's tears. Oh, thanks. Not the rest of us. Congrats, Terry. Enjoy it. You deserve this. Thank you, Foul Prodigy. Yoro and Mainu didn't start, and United played well. I'll be honest with you. I wanted them to start. They didn't. I also wanted Mainu on maybe 10 minutes before for Bruno. I'm kind of glad it didn't happen because I don't know if Mainu pulls off the pass that Bruno did. Mainu doesn't pull that pass off. So this is where I always look at I felt we needed Mainu to help us control it better. But this is where you say things in the moment and then afterwards, this is if, buts, and maybes, right? This is why you need if, buts, and maybes. If we'd have made that substitution, it works in both directions. If we'd have made that substitution, I don't think anyone was in that position to cross the ball like Bruno did. Therefore, I don't think we win. So I was right to want that, but I'm in terms of wanting it to happen, but I was wrong to ask for it when I did, because we wouldn't have won the game, in my personal opinion. But both came on, did very, very well. Happy for you, Terry. Not allowed to celebrate, though. Remember, Set Piece FC. Big up Mr. Tybox for that brilliant donation. I appreciate that, my bro. Arnie Slot, seeing as Liverpool scored on 0% of their set pieces and United scored from 20% of theirs, I'd say we're in bad shape. Did he say that? I wouldn't be surprised. Chelsea and United winning 2 weeks in a row. Yeah, I don't remember the last time that happened, Dyke. I guarantee you'll find. Well, we know that Man United have only won back-to-back games twice in 2.5 years as a club. So therefore, Chelsea and United doing it exactly the same time. Fuck me, you might be going back 4 or 5 years. Genuinely. Did Salah have a contract season last year? Fuck United, but thank you, Slabhead Maguire, is what glorious. This is from a City fan. What City fan backstage? Big up V. I can see you there, bro. I can see you. The Husam intro in the upcoming. Mate, I found the most beautiful song. I found a really nice song. I listen to a lot of songs that we all know, but I listen. This ain't a weird thing to say. It's just what I like doing. I listen to a lot of Filipino singers that cover these songs. I don't know how to pronounce most of their names, by the way. There's a woman I listen to called Katrina Velarde. She's amazing. I listen to a lot. So I like the songs I like, but new people singing it. And I heard a song from this guy I'd never heard before. And I sent it to my friend, and she's a singer. I said, can you sing this song? She's already recorded it. She sent it through to me earlier. That's getting slowed down tomorrow. It's a fucking beauty. It's a fucking beauty. I can't wait. Go out on loan, and this is what happens, Terry. Yeah, maybe I was the problem. It was me. I was on loan to United today from Football Socials. Yeah, of course you should be. It's normal. It's always happened. Tell Husam he's hoorah. He's moving mad still. United stand might be getting Strand might be getting a haircut soon. Listen, long way from 5 wins on the bounce, but well done for us today. Saka is better than Salah. Yeah, Saka has been better than Salah this season. Friends of Manchester United, Amorim is my guy. He was today. Spurs and Liverpool lose. I mean, this is maybe the most perfect weekend for Arsenal. Maybe if Chelsea wouldn't have won, but you couldn't ask for much more. Oh, hang on. I like this one. Oh, I'm not even from Manchester. Ha 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 ha. Get a grip, grown man. Listen, bro. This champagne is beautiful. And yes, I'm a grown man. I can have fun. If you don't like how I have fun, if you don't like me, you can jog on a bit, bruv. Because I don't behave. I don't have to validate myself to anyone. I do what I want. I'm comfortable in my own skin, bruv. I'm a very lucky man to feel comfortable in my own skin. I'm not comfortable in my own health. I have really bad health anxiety. Like this whole stream, I keep thinking I'm about to have a heart attack. That's why. Have you ever seen me doing this a lot, touching my chest? It's because I've got a bit of a pain there. A lot of it's psychosomatic. I've had my heart tested privately 4 times in 2 years. It's really good. The doctor did say to me at one point, but I don't want to take your money anymore. If you drop down dead of a heart attack, he said it'd be the most shocking moment of my entire medical career. Because, you know, you've got to rest in heartbeat of 47. There's nothing wrong with me. But I get the health anxiety. That's a problem. But behaviorally, very comfortable with myself as a human being, bro. But keep paying to hate me. Do you know how amazing that is? If you want, I'll open an OnlyFans and you can just abuse me for money all day. I really don't care. Thank you, my brother. Cheers. And when you say I'm not from Manchester, but this is what you don't know about me, right? So when I was 10, my dad bought my mum a really nice cat. It was a British short hair, like a British blue. And the breeder was from Manchester. So my cat's family were from Manchester. Therefore, I kind of am. Do you know what I mean? United Arsenal fan here. Cheers to you. Take a drink with me, please. Cheers to Slot's tears. And well done, United. Well-deserved Slot. Defo feeling pressure. Thank you, Casey, my old mate. Thank you. I love the name Casey. One of the greatest martial artists in the history of the world. Casey Marks. Amazing. I would love the name. She was fantastic. The two Manc clubs changing keepers looking good. Yeah, if we speak, big trouble. Where is Husam? Husam, where is Husam? Husam, where are you? We need to know where you are. Happy for United fans. You forget what it feels like. As an Arsenal fan, I remember what it was like when we started having these moments again. But this is what football is all about. Beautiful. Bang on, Oscar. Hang on. I know Lou's back. I thought it was Husam. I'm not disappointed it's Lou. I'm just disappointed it's not Hassan. There is a difference in that. Mo Biang did nothing again today. Who's Mo? Oh, Mo Salah. Mo Biang. I get ya. Yeah, he didn't do very much at all. The technically gifted says the guy who can't cut his hair for 5 games in a row must be going nuts at the minute. A little excited. Why was Ahmad carded but Spurs player wasn't? Yeah, listen, horrendous. What a tackle it was. That's the kind of tackle that should be getting applauded. And in the end, he got a yellow. Fuck me. I am an Arsenal fan. I must give United credit today and your coach. Solid performance today. Cunha looked amazing. And Maguire reviving his career. Congrats. Bring on the panel. We're waiting for Husam. I'll be coming on soon. Listen, I love my panel. I respect them all dearly. But you, the viewers, are more important. You're more important than me. Because if it weren't for you guys, I'd just be talking into a mirror. You know what I mean? You know, people do this to YouTube. They go, you only make YouTube content to get views? Yes, I want to share my opinions with people. That's why we all go on YouTube. Like, you're only in the chat room to talk to other people. Otherwise, you just text yourself. People say weird shit, didn't they? Oh, you only became a doctor to save lives? Yeah. Dave only become a PT to train people and make them healthier. That's why he did it. Yeah. So what weird thing to say. You only make YouTube. Someone said to me once, you love the sound of your own voice. I was like, what? Oh, why do you think that? Because you make YouTube content. Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, great. I love it. Manager and players both deserve credit. Yes, they do. Big up, Tell. Massive results. Yeah, man. Thank you, bro. If that Ahmad tackle was a foul, how did we not get a penalty yesterday? Yeah, this is exactly it. Arsenal didn't get that penalty because there was a slight touch and the follow-through takes out Saka and an Ahmad's book for that. But that's why I call it out and people think it's always, oh, glazing Arsenal. It's not fuck all to do with Arsenal. It's to do with our game, bro. Salah needs to get benched. I agree with you. I think he should be benched. I was on a 1-game loan and now negotiating a further 2-game loan when United play Liverpool at Old Trafford and City at Old Trafford as well. Talks going well. Liverpool haven't lost at Anfield in 400 days. Yes, they have. They lost today. The counter goes down to 0, baby. That's gone. Sheshko has no fundamentals, really. Oh, he was nice when he came on. One bad pass towards the end I got annoyed at, but I liked him. Where is Husam? Calling Arsenal boring now. You'd love to be boring 1-0 today, you hypocrite. If set pieces are easy, why don't Liverpool score them too? Big up Man United. Thank you, Abs. Husam is backstage now. Darling, hold my hand. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Come on, you gooners. I'm not a big fan of that saying because it can have some really negative connotations, but it's not weird. I find it weird that youngsters are like, well, how can you support another team? I only support other teams that benefit my club. That's it. That's it. Dong Hussein, I don't get that. Glory, Man United. Thanks to United, Amorim in today. Next week is going to be Amorim out. Yeah, look, that could be the narrative next week. There's no doubt that might be what everybody's saying next week. I want to thank you guys. There's nearly 100 super chats and comments coming in from you all. I cannot explain how amazing you are as a community, how much I value you, how much I respect you. I don't always say it just because it get maybe a bit tiresome hearing it every day, but I want to thank each and every single one of you for that. It is time for the panel now. Anyone who super chats now, we will put it up on the screen, but we'll do it a little bit later in the show. We've got a big panel as well. Who are we going to hear from first? United fans or Liverpool fans? You, the audience, can decide who we're going to hear from first. Has anyone messaged saying they've got to go quickly, though? No one has said they've got to run off. But let me know in the chat, who do you want to hear from first? United or Liverpool? Let's see what the concern. A lot of people saying Lassam. Okay, Donut Husam. That's not nice. Liverpool have definitely won this one. So United fans, you can just kick back when we come you on and just enjoy it. That's just, and then we'll come to us a little bit later in the show. Right, let me move my widgets a little bit. Let me do this and my widgets. Let me take the scoreboard off. I've actually gone to the wrong screen. Let me go to this one here. Right. We've got Husam, we've got Lou, we've got Cam, we've got David, we've got Tom, we've got V, we've got Rack, we've got Deezy, we've got Aiden, we've got Jesse. Oh, there's one more. I can't fit one more person. Jesse, I will bring you in, bro. I can see you. The screen won't let me bring anybody else in right now. Welcome, everyone. I need to get my own earphones on. I can't hear anybody talk right now. There we go. Let me just turn that down so I don't deafen myself. Welcome, everybody. Big up, United fans. Hope you're all good.
Real good.
Buzzing. I know we're all buzzing after today's game. I know we're all very, very. And fuck me, can I just say, David, you got a beautiful smile. It's so good to see it, man. I mean it wholeheartedly. It's great. Lou, it's good to have you here. Dizzy, why the fuck ain't the shirt off, Dizzy? Get the shirt off, bruv. Get the shirt off, brother. It's always up when we win these big games. You not been going to the gym? Is that the problem?
Nah, you know what it is. Before I woke up this morning, I was like, do I put this shirt on? And I was like, at the risk of jinxing myself, I'm gonna wear it all day, and I'm just not taking it off. So it's staying on. It's staying on today.
I hear that, bro. I hear that. I've got Ram backstage, and Jesse will get them on later. But Husam. Man United 2, Liverpool 1. What happened? Did Man United beat you, or did Liverpool beat themselves?
Honestly, man, this is just fucking awful. Like, yeah, we definitely deserve to lose today's game. I think all the players didn't perform well, except in my opinion, Konate, I think, was okay. I think Curtis Jones was great when he came on. The rest of the team, all the forwards, the whole team, and Arne Slotter's team selection at the beginning. You know, we spoke about this pre-game with Rax and Tom as well on 2 separate shows where I spoke about the lineups and we spoke about the combinations. And once again, he put all the wrong combinations out there, playing last year's midfield with Isak instead of with Ektike. I think that was an issue in my opinion. Should have started Florian Wirtz, and we didn't start him. I have no idea why we did not start Florian Wirtz. I think he would have helped Isak 100%. You know, when Isak has the ball, he has that partner. And look, this is we can sit here and we can talk about all the players that we want. We can say this guy should have scored. Yes, Salah should have scored, and Gakpo should have scored, and Isak should have scored, and this guy should have scored. Yeah, they all should have scored, but at the same time, Man United players also should have scored. You know, Bruno had a chance, Mount, De Ligt from the corner. They created chances too. They could easily, if we're going to play the could have scored game, we're going to end up with so many players that could have scored from both sides. So for me, this is on the manager. I stick by my opinion pre-game. I think he's making all the wrong selections. I think he's putting all the wrong players out there. I think he's getting the wrong combinations out there. Slot fixes his mistakes by bringing on substitutions. How about not make the mistakes in the first place? You know, I think Frimpong should have started. I think we should just went to the Atletico team or the Everton team, and we did neither. We tried the combination that doesn't work. We still have the donut hole in midfield. That problem hasn't solved. And the one pass is all it takes. Today you saw it in full fruition. One pass, Mbeumo's one-on-one with a fullback. One pass, Konya's one-on-one with a fullback. One pass, Mount, same thing, Sesko. And at the end of the game, we basically played with like a 3-1-5. It was just Curtis Jones in midfield by himself with Szoboszlai playing right back. So for me, the lineup was just horrendous from the beginning. I think definitely like not all the players that we have are all bad players, and all of a sudden they forgot how to play football. So for me, I just have to look at the man in charge, and for me, it's all about Arne Slot at this moment in time. I think he's just not getting all the combinations out there on the football pitch, and yeah, we deserve to lose.
I might have missed it because I had to go and relieve myself in the bathroom. Did you say Man United won the game though, or did you just say that you lost it yourselves?
I mean, it's a combination of both, but I still think with the players out there, we should have beaten you on paper. Okay. So we deserve to lose 100%.
Okay. Staffy, you did mention me saying you want to come on and chat to Sam for a minute, so I thought I'd bring you in. What we saying, my brother? And you're on mute, by the way. Your mic ain't on. What's going on? The anticipation's killing me. You're playing like Van Dijk. He's like Van Dijk's here. Van Dijk's turned up. You're going to go out and come back in. Yeah, go out, come back in. Go out, come back in. We'll chat to you in a second, bro. Tommy Lee. Oh, listen, I've sat there with you. I've been in the studio in Iraq when you motherfuckers beat us 4-0. Right? One of the biggest streams in the history of this channel. Five. Fuck off. It happened. I was just planned it down. But Tom, what you saying, bro? What are you saying, my little Scouse nugget?
They're all on mute.
You're on mute and all.
They've been muted, mate. They've been muted.
We're shit us. Honest to God, we are awful. We're fucking awful. I don't get what this manager's doing. I couldn't tell you what this manager's trying to do. For the first 50 minutes of the game, you know that 130 million quid striker we spent all summer chasing and then spending 130 million quid on? We had them play right centre mid so Alexis McAllister can play number 9. The fuck are we doing? Why did you spend 70 million quid on fullbacks who need to be dead far up the pitch to have an impact and make them do Kumbaya with the centre backs, which just invites pressure on us? Every decision he's made in the last 4 games has been mind-numbingly stupid. And today it was absolutely no difference. He shouldn't have started McAllister at all. I don't get what Curtis Jones needs to do to start. I really don't. He came on and was good again. I do not get what Curtis Jones needs to do to start football matches for Liverpool Football Club. I do not get what Federico Chiesa needs to do to start football matches for Liverpool Football Club. I think Chiesa has the most GA for us this season. And I know that when we play fucking Frankfurt midweek, I have to wait until the 65th, 70th minute to see him come on the pitch. And do what? So I've got to sit there and watch it again. Salah, wank again. Van Dijk, wank. I don't get... We play like we can just bypass the midfield. We play a 3-0-0-0-7 at points. We have no one in the midfield, and then we wonder why the fuck we don't get the ball up there. We are so horrendously bad in every phase of the game at the minute. I do not get... Anyone could have told you before the game, you either need to start Ekitike with that midfield or start Wirtz and Isak together. And he does neither. So what did I end up seeing today? Alexander Isak's up front with fucking no one. No one's giving the ball to Isak because his 2 midfielders who are supposed to be behind him are ahead of him. Why was McAllister and Szoboszlai ahead of Isak for the entire first half? We had, honest to God, if you get that game to someone, if you made someone who's never watched football look at that game and asked them, which team do you think won the league last year? They'd say Man United, because we make no sense. We make 0 sense. None of what we do makes sense for any successful football team in any phase of the game. And then 60 minutes gone. Make some changes, but let's not, go fucking balls to the wall now. We don't need to go balls to the wall now. There's still 30 minutes.
Balls deep.
Takes everyone off. He takes everyone off. And we end up with a midfield pivot of Wirtz and Jones. So when we score, and United decide to go, you know what, let's try and get a second goal. The fuck can we do to stop you? We've got no midfield presence whatsoever. He needs to stop putting half our midfield into defence every single game because the fuckers he balls aren't good enough. Either play to the players you bought strengths or don't play whatsoever. And he needs to start giving us patterns of fucking play because we spent 90 minutes today only creating off individual brilliance. And that individual brilliance came from Gakpo, who's not even been great all season. Without Cody Gakpo, we do fuck all today. And that's alarming. That's really bad, that. And that's been the case for 4 games now. If one player doesn't do something magical, we have no impact on the football match. And we're trying to win a title this year. We're trying to win a Champions League this year. We'll be fucked. Playing like this. Fucking hell. Champions League. We'll be lucky we don't end up in the Championship. Jesus Christ. We are shite at the minute.
I hear you. And we're going to go to Staffy in a minute, right? I get the anger. And I've got some questions. I'm sure the United fans have got questions about individuals within that. But before we bring Staffy in, I've just been sent this. Crazy.
Mbeumo? Oh my God. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing, Maguire? And we fucking concede! Ya Allah!
that just needs nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. It's amazing. Staffy, what you here to say, bro?
Listen, I found it funny that I don't know if you guys saw that Vader was taking notes while Tom was speaking, and I can just only assume that he's just taking notes from all what Liverpool fans have been saying all season up to now. Because it's amazing. It's actually amazing. You know what, Terry, since we're bringing up like stuff today, there's a lot of records that have been broken today. I was told today on my stream that Slot has broken a record that Graham Potter and Frank Lampard didn't have. They've never lost 4 in a row in the Premier League. Or 4 in a row, sorry, as managers. The Slot has 4 in a row. Bro, I'm not even going to say Amorim. I'm talking about Lampard. But it's crazy how we've gotten here, because if we would have said that a few weeks ago, this would happen. Forget a few weeks ago, just in the summer, that this would have been the situation. You guys are 4 points behind Arsenal. You're only 2 points ahead of us, by the way. With a manager that we don't rate, you're only 2 points ahead of us. And you spent over 450 million, they're saying, in the summer. It's insane. I want to talk about the game, but like, listen, Tom, you know, you're my guy and all that. And I hear all the stuff that you're saying about Slot.
Don't go on me. Go with Husam.
I haven't done anything
for you. I haven't done anything for you.
Go after, beat him up, not me.
Leave me alone. You were just speaking, so I hear your points. But I'll be honest, bro. I'm sorry. Some of the shit that I've seen from you guys today was absolutely ass. It is ass what I was watching today, bro. Remember, we've been asking so many questions that shouldn't have been entertained. Now they want to entertain it. Vader, now they want to have the conversations. Yep. Now they want to talk about, oh, Salah's looking this, Salah's looking that. The manager's not playing to this strength. The manager's doing this, the manager's doing that. But who gives a fuck? United didn't even get set up. In my opinion, we weren't set up to win today, and we won. Why? Because I feel like the players won it. You guys had equally as many chances as we did, if not more, because you've dominated the possession a lot more than us.
True.
And I'm seeing Salah from 2-3 yards out, not even hit the side net. How could you miss that bad from there? Isak, Gakpo getting chances. You guys love to bully Gakpo. At least Gakpo worked the goalkeeper, hit the post twice today. I have never seen Harry Maguire defend that comfortably in his life. I saw the lineup today and I was like, yeah, we're cooked. Isak versus Maguire, it's over. If you ask any rational United fan, they would have said, yep, just Isak versus Maguire, that's enough. We know, that's 5-0 right there. I've never seen Maguire defend so comfortably in his life. Today, everyone in our back line, I could have been Luke Shaw. Look world class today. Luke Shaw, he looked mad comfortable today. What's his name? Even De Ligt. I always say don't play him on the right because he looks uncomfortable defending wide areas. Today, bar that one Gakpo chance, he didn't really struggle. You guys gave us literally nothing to think about. And I understand this bad coaching. I do agree with you. Why is Fritz not playing if Isak is on the pitch? And if you're going to play that midfield, why are you not playing Ikitike? It doesn't take away from the fact, bro, that your players should be superior to ours. In quality, at least. In quality. I had a manager today who's playing us. I heard what Terry said before this. I don't agree with him. I don't think Amorim did a great job today, like he said. Today, we had 2 small strikers. We took out Sesko. and all we did was loft the ball to what's his name? Van Dijk and Konate. By the way, the center back partnership for Liverpool, they won 100% of their aerial duels in the first half. They didn't lose one header to any of our players. That just shows you our approach was just kick the ball, Liverpool get it, recycle and play. Kick the ball, give it to Liverpool, recycle and play. We did nothing, but our players turned up today. That's the one thing I'm going to give. Our players, I looked at everyone today. Yes, some were better than others. I think Dalo probably has CTE because I don't know what the fuck this guy does every time he's on the pitch. He's generally stupid, like he's concussed. Everyone else, bro, they outshine your players. And I don't want to hear all this Slot talk because, yes, I do agree Slot is doing things wrong. But, bro, I'm seeing basic football fundamentals not being applied by your team. How is it that Chiesa comes on every time and he offers more of a threat than Mo Salah does? And when I sit with Husam last week and I tell him, maybe, just maybe, you need to play someone like Chiesa, whose his first initial thought is like, I'm going to cross the ball to my attacker, which what he did to Gakpo when he came on, rather than Salah, who offered you nothing. People don't want to talk about that. People don't want to entertain the idea of dropping certain players. They just want to talk about slot. And all these players are doing everything wrong on the pitch. No one wants to talk about it.
No. Dropping a players on the manager, though. I've wanted Chiesa to start for like 3 weeks now.
But for
because none of our attackers do anything.
On Gakpo, bro. Stop picking on Gakpo.
I don't do
Liverpool
that.
fans love to pick on him. Without him today, we probably wouldn't have been worried at all. He hit the post twice, and you scored your only goal. And to be fair, if he directs that header of that Frimpong,
he's got to score that header, but he was the only attacker that done anything today. I don't disagree. But to sit there and say you can't be getting on the manager and then bring up the fact that
not only the manager.
Chiesa should be starting. A lot of it is the manager, though, because you were causing us real problems today because our press is shit. That's on the manager because he didn't want to press. You were capitalising on the mistakes that we were making at the back. That's on the manager because he keeps insisting on making Bradley and Kirkes build up at centre-back, which makes no sense. You were loving it every time Kirkes got on the ball because you just run at him and he'd shit himself and pass it backwards, which is all you wanted. And then when we're going forwards, if you just keep your 3 centre-backs, set up as centre-backs, we can't do fuck all. The only time we created in the first half was when one of your centre-backs wasn't there and we hit the post. It's very simple setup problems that we can't manage. That's on the manager. The players need to be scoring chances, but we need to be creating more chances because the manager's tactics aren't there. And Amorim, to his credit, saw that today and tactically outclassed him. Our manager got outclassed by Amorim, who couldn't tactically outclass Grimsby fucking Town.
Do you know what's funny though, right? I get where Staffy's coming from with United, but Slot spoke about our tactic today ahead of the game. He basically said you won't see the top teams in the world like going long and looking for the second balls. But he also alluded to the fact that teams like Liverpool, the best teams around, struggle when teams do that. So for me, I do think he made the right decision. Yes, we weren't winning. I would have, if Shesh goes up there, we probably win more of those aerial duels. But what we were doing on a regular occurrence is we were picking up the second ball. We were winning the second ball and then we were counter-attacking them. And that was the approach. And what I thought was really interesting is that Slot kind of spoke about this in his press conference saying, that's our biggest fit. If we would have tried to have played through them, I think that's when they beat us. We almost had to go a little old school. And the fact that Slot knew we were going to do it and had no answer, and Liverpool had no answer. But I do agree with what you're saying.
There is an answer.
The fundamentals are missing from their players.
At the same time,
Yeah.
You're right and wrong at the same time. One of our strengths this season has been the second ball. I agree with you. I saw the setup, the formation today. Other than Maguire starting over Lenny Yoro, I pretty much predicted that. I was like, we're not going to go with Sesko. There's no point of going and try to compete with them in the air when they have Konate and what's his name, and Van Dijk. My issue is the areas that we were kicking the ball to. No one can tell me that I watched that first half and said we were dominating them on the second ball. We just weren't. We scored that early goal, but for the remainder of the game, there's a reason why the French, the first half, 60-40 possession. They have dominated us. In terms of possession, they've dominated us in the first half. I felt like today, if it wasn't for the players being defensively resolute, because how many times me and you sat here and spoke, and you would speak about the players, and I'm like, no, the players are working hard this season. I see the players trying. The players today stuck to what he was trying to do, especially defensively. Going forward, we should
I
have
hear
never
you.
won today.
The only thing I disagree on is that when you say the only reason we did it today is because of the players, that's their job. I mean, at the end of the day, the players did their. If the players don't deliver, I mean, one thing I would say is we should have killed the game off. We had 3 chances in the space of 5 minutes. Mount should score, and Mbeumo should score. Dalot should hit the ball better. Bruno should have hit the ball on target. We should have killed the game in that moment. And so for me, like saying the players
I
stepped
disagree.
up
Just the
today.
Bruno change, I agree with
And you know,
Yes.
and you know,
The
for
Reds
me,
had
this,
18.
you know what? This is a problem. Well, I want to celebrate. I want to be happy, right? So I'm literally just gonna say this, and I don't want to talk about Amorim or none of that no more. The thing for me when these conversations come up, where I end up sounding like I'm an Amorim supporter, which I'm on the fence as much as anybody else, is you can't say when we lose Amorim's fault. When we win, the players turned up.
Well
It's a-
said, mate.
it's-
Well said. Well said.
No,
It's
you can watch
a
the game
combination.
and
No,
make
wait,
that
hold on,
conclusion.
please.
Why not?
Let me finish.
No.
Because
Yeah.
it's got to be a combination of both. I didn't like the lineup, just like you didn't like the lineup when it came out. But I said, let's see what he does.
No, I said I
And
liked
cle-
it.
Well,
didn't
no,
say that.
I didn't like it. I'll go as far as say I didn't like it. But the way that the game panned out, you can see what they were trying to do. The plan was working. We were ahead of the game, and we weren't getting blown out the water. I think in the first half, I wouldn't say Liverpool controlled the game. I would say it was very much back and forth. We had just as many chances as they did. I would say we probably had more chances than they did in the first half.
We didn't have fucking any in the first half.
This is what I'm saying. So it goes back to me saying like it's 50-50. If the players play well, you can't say it's not. Amorim didn't have anything to do with it because he put them on the pitch. Just like when we play crap and we come on in and say Amorim's got to do something. He's done something and we've won a game.
Comfortably say that. When you put your strikers to lose all aerial duels and not play them the ball on the floor, of course I could say that. What are we talking about?
Yeah, but that's
we didn't score in that first minute. We haven't scored in that first half. What are we doing here?
But that's one aspect of the game that didn't pan out well. The rest of the aspects of the game, we were in the game. It was playing
we
out.
defended well. I already said that. We were very well. It's going forward. I didn't like.
Before the game was kicked off, if we went into it and I said, right, it would be maybe a 50-50 game with Liverpool. We've got just as many chances to score as they do. We're probably edging them on the quality of chances. You would have said, how the hell has Amorim managed to do that?
No, that's not true because going into the game, I said we have enough quality to go to compete in this game. People are alluded for saying we're not going to get blown out the water. I can tell you that. I was called Giddy FC or whatever for saying we have enough to go and get them. Because they've been outplayed by so many teams, bro. I saw lesser teams outplay them. Of course, we have enough quality in this team to go and compete with them, and that's what we did today. I'm just not gonna gloat about it like it was amazing. I don't want to make it a Amorim out thing. I just think the players today deserve a lot of credit. Usually when we come out here, every time we lose, we like to say players down tools, players down tools. Also, 11 Warriors today going to Anfield, and that's what they left with. I want to focus on the players today a little bit more. It's not just to say, oh, but how do we lose? We say it's just Amorim. But when we win, say it's just the players. I just want to give the players credit today. I think the players did very well today.
But you got to acknowledge that
did well, Bruno did well, everyone did well today.
But it's both though.
This is definitely not the level of happiness I was expecting to have on this stream. Like, we just beat them. We won, remember? We're United. We won. They're supposed to be miserable. We're supposed to be happy. Winners, losers, just...
I'm extremely happy.
Listen, they wasted 450 million in the summer. They're more miserable than us.
I don't get how you are sitting there just enjoying the moment. Well, you sat your manager, who's never won back-to-back games and got outclassed 2 months ago by Grimsby Town and players I can't even name, who's went to my stadium where we haven't lost for 400 days, and for 80 minutes of that game, being better than us because we're being idiots and you're playing us like idiots. You're saying you didn't win the second balls. You did. Every single second ball you won. Every single second ball you won. Because first half you did as well. Because you know what it was? We played a three-man midfield. We didn't because Soberstein and McAllister were told to go Mark, De Ligt, and Shaw. So when we'd win the header, you mentioned we won every header in the first half. Whoop-de-fucking-do. We'd win the header to no one. Because the right backs fuck off over there. Left backs fuck off over there. And Ryan Gravenberch is left alone like he's got COVID and everyone's got a social distance from him. Everyone's got to stay X amount of yards away from him. So if it doesn't go straight to him, we don't win the ball. So Cunha battered us today. And Mbeumo battered us today. And because our fullbacks are dickheads at times defensively, your wing backs, mainly Ahmad, rarely got into the game going forwards.
Yep.
So
what would end up happening is you'd have 2 minute spells where we couldn't do anything because we couldn't win a second ball.
No, I totally agree. Rack, what you saying, bro? What you saying, bro? 4 defeats. So in case I know you got earbuds in. 1, 2, 3, 4 defeats in a row now. Slot's getting a lot of the stick. What are you saying?
Look, as a manager, you always have to hold the can whether you win, and you celebrate when you win. You're the man. You get the plaudits when you win. And if you don't get the results, then you deserve criticism. Ultimately, I think we weren't good enough today. United played well. No excuses about that. And with Isak, it's worrying right now, to be absolutely honest. Like, I haven't seen him have a good game, unfortunately. And when you spend that much money, again, you either get it right or you're going to get criticised. Just like every other big money signing that has failed to make it or has had a slow start or whatever the case may be, you get criticism. And we as Liverpool fans, we can't just defend Isak, because we would do if this was I don't know, Sesko or Haaland or whoever else, Gyökeres, we criticise them, and unfortunately we have to hold it when it comes to Isak. I think in the time, obviously Ekitike had pre-season, all this kind of stuff, but Ekitike right now, and I don't think this is the case overall, because I've seen enough of Isak to know that he is an exceptional player. He's a world-class player, but he's not showing it now. But so far in their respective Liverpool careers, Ekitike's look much better. And I know people will say, oh, because we need to play this combination, we need to play that combination. There may be a point to that. But I also think that just in general, Ekitike has also shown on the pitch so far this season to be better than Isak, at least at the moment. Again, I'll reiterate, longer term, I think Isak is the better player, at least right now. Maybe in a few years' time, that may flip again. But it's very disappointing and it's very concerning, because when you spend the amount of money we have this season, just like we would be criticising, we Liverpool fans will be criticising every other team that spent that amount of money. We deserve criticism, or at least we're going to get criticism. Whether we deserve it or not, whether we want it or not, we're going to get it.
Rax, we've been shit we've been shit all season.
Yeah, but that's not.
You guys weren't saying you guys have been crap all season.
If we're shit all season, then people aren't going to stop criticising us.
Rax, here's the thing with the Isak chance. You're talking about the chance in the first half. Yes, he should have scored, but we need to be asking ourselves, why is that the only chance we created for Isak? Haaland yesterday had 5 chances created for him. He scored 2 of them. So yes, he's very clinical. He's a clinical forward, and even 2 from 5 is great numbers for a striker, because strikers will miss chances. This is the second game in a row in the Premier League, and this is something that someone like Vater, his head can't compute it. Like, he doesn't understand football, so you have to explain things like this to him. The problem is Chelsea, and today we created him one big chance in every game. Like, it was just the Salah cross, that the header that he missed, and today it was the Konate unbelievable pass. And yes, it's easy to go like, oh, he should have scored. Yes, he should have scored both. Isak should have scored against Chelsea, and Isak should have scored today. We understand that, but no striker goes 1 from 1. Like, one big chance you create for him.
No, but I wasn't even talking about that specific chance. Actually, what I meant just in general. From what we've seen in general play, in link-up play, in getting involved, I see more from Ekitike right now. And that's not to say, I understand we spent a lot of money on him and we need to hang our hat on him. But ultimately, Slot's job is to win games. You need to try and put the best team out there that you think is going to win the game. Now, fair. Look, Slot's made many mistakes in first halves last season. And the thing we gave him praise for is that he turned around. He's like, look, he made a mistake, or we weren't as effective in the first half. We heaped praise on him last season for turning it around and making decisions and making changes that won us games in the second halves. And actually, I think we looked better when Ekitike and Wirtz came on. I definitely think we looked better, because first half just looked very disjointed. And
were you surprised for it to be so late of a change? Because given how United were... I mean, I don't know ball, right? Husam just pointed out, I don't know ball. But given how you guys gave up that midfield and you didn't have control, were you not surprised that Wirtz would have been subbed down earlier?
I mean, it was 60 minutes. 60 minutes is a relatively early...
It's actually also kind of irrelevant, because when he brought Wirtz on, he didn't give him the same job as the midfielders beforehand.
Yep.
If you brought Wirtz on and told him to do what McAllister was doing, look, now I wouldn't have a thing to complain about. But he brought Wirtz on and made him play right back. So Wirtz was only picking up the ball off Szoboszlai and had to run 20 fucking yards without losing the ball before he could get into a position where we spent 160 million quid on to impact the game.
I also think our
When
fullbacks,
Slot made
we're
the
not getting enough
substitution,
from our fullbacks.
Wirtz first played as part of a midfield two with Curtis Jones, him and Curtis Jones by themselves, because Szoboszlai was right back. And then after that, people didn't notice that, but he was actually occupying the right mid area. That's why we're calling out Slot, because it's not just combinations, it's style, it's structure, it's am I putting these players in a position to succeed? You want to go with Szoboszlai, McAllister, and Gravenberch? No problem. Don't start Isak then. Start Ekitike, because Ekitike would drop deep, act as a fourth midfielder, and then you would be able to create chances for Salah and Gakpo. You'd be able to put them in a position to score, and Ekitike would have chances himself. You want to start with Isak,
you did create chances.
Florian Wirtz. You have to start with Florian Wirtz.
But you did create chances. Yeah, well, I know we did, but and we took two of our big chances. You scored one, which was an absolute tap-in, but Gakpo missed a header from point-blank range. Mo Salah should be hitting the target. I think Isak should be getting more on the ball. I understand Slot's getting criticism, but you in that game created 5 big chances and you missed 4 of them, and you had a number of half chances. And I know Gakpo hit the post, but hitting the post is still an off-target shot. At the end of the day, your manager said something this week, and it was right, that your players are not having enough moments of individual brilliance. And you need that. And I feel like we've lost that in football, that this is what happens. When you have these moments of brilliance, you win games. It's happened for 140 years. Why are we suddenly going, no, it's, I mean, Staffy was saying it earlier. No, today was the players that stepped up. It is. I think it's a shield. To either, it's either to attack a manager or to defend a manager, depending
but when you say it's a shield, who exactly are we shielding? Tell me. Because we have to be shielding something. What am I shielding?
I'm not shit. Everyone can fucking get it off me.
Exactly.
They're all shit. They're all crap. I do not want to defend.
It's funny. See, Vater laughed at me saying he doesn't know ball, and he just get like, "Oh yeah, you're shielding them. You're shielding them. Who am I protecting?" When I first walked in here, I said the only 2 players that deserve credit is Konate and Curtis Jones. When he came on, I thought he was a bright spark. So how's that me defending anyone?
Well, when you
I'm
want to
just
bring up
wondering,
more...
are we going to talk about the team that won the match? Because we're doing a lot of talking about Liverpool and Liverpool players, but we won the match and nobody's talking about United. So I was just wondering, are we going to get to that?
Go on, Lou. Speak United. Go for it.
Mbeumo, unbelievable. And I hope Kate is in the chat there somewhere. We have had this chat all week about the player, the transfer of the season, who has had the most impact on the team they've come into. We've been talking about it all day. Mbeumo has had such an impact on our team, and I am so delighted that he got that goal today. Not only on the ball, off the ball, contributing. He's physical, but in an intelligent way. Not, I'm just going to kick you and get a card and get sent off. He uses his physicality in an intelligent way. I see Kate. There she is. Cunha was very, very good. Ahmad has been hot and cold this season. He was very, very good today. But for me, the man of the moment is Mbeumo Lammens. And I've been talking about it. I'm going to get so much abuse in there if I say the word goalkeeper one more time. But Lammens has been fantastic. When you have a keeper that can catch the ball, that commands his area, that doesn't send it back into danger, that communicates with his team. There was one of the corners, you see him telling Patrick Dorgan, this is where I want you. That's where you're going to stand. He is communicating. The defenders were able to play further forward because they're not worrying about what the hell is happening behind them. When they feel more confident, the rest of the team feeds off that. He didn't have to make any spectacular stops today, but he was solid and he was consistent, and that is absolutely priceless. And props to KJ, because when we talked about it all summer, I said I wanted somebody experienced, somebody that could handle the big stage. KJ has absolutely backed Lammens from the very beginning, said he believes that he can do it. And after today, I have to say, take a bow, because everything we did today was built from a solid foundation at the back, and our players having the confidence to play the game that they wanted to play. Also, Amorim. I have been critical of Amorim because I think a lot of his choices have been erratic at best. When I saw the lineup today, I thought he'd lost his last remaining marble. But this is why he's the manager and we're the fans, because it worked. So you have to give props where it's due. Props to the manager, props to the keeper, props to the players. We won the match not on a contentious decision, not because the referee made a balls of it, not because Liverpool were shite, because we were good. We turned up and we played and we won. So congratulations all round.
I absolutely agree, Lou. And I was just talking to Mark Goldbridge. Just as he messaged me as well. He said the same as me. Hated the lineup, but it did work. And the players, and I've been very critical of these players this season in games where the Arsenal game, I felt we had some really good opportunities, didn't take them. On big chances, though, this is what I mean by sometimes we get suckered into these things. Liverpool last season had the most big chances created by any team since that stat began in 2016. 150 across the whole season. No club has had more big chances created than Liverpool last season. That averaged 150 big chances created is an average of 3.9 per game. So when a club creates 5 in a match, this is where you got to look at facts. When a club creates 5 in a match and only converts 1 of them, to go say Slot's got to be more creative, he's got to make the team more creative. How many are you expecting when you're already creating well above the highest average in the history of that? It's only 10 years that stats existed, so we can't go back any further than that. This is why sometimes, as much as Slot deserves some criticism, I think the biggest issue with your system is there is a hole between your centre-backs and your full-backs that gets exploited. That's your biggest issue. Creativity-wise, in most of these, even against Palace, when you guys could have been 4-0 down at half-time, do you not remember how many chances you missed in the second half before your equaliser? There was loads. That's a player issue. That's Vias. That's Mo Salah. That is Isak not delivering. That is their fault for not converting these chances. And I just find it interesting that Liverpool fans are really defending their players to the level they are and putting so much on Slot. My theory about why you're protecting them is I think it's in case Slot goes, and then the new manager gets, and the team has a bounce, you can go, I always knew these players would be good enough. I think people like to protect their players a little bit. That's my personal theory, just a personal theory. But Lou, what you said about United, I couldn't agree with you more. The players delivered in their roles today. And we've got a bit of luck. We've got a little bit of luck with the post being hit and stuff like that. But I'm not going to lie as a United fan. Whether you love Amorim or hate him or you're anywhere in between, I do feel in the last year, we had quite a few games where I felt a bit unlucky. Like, how did that end up going in? Or that deflection? Or why didn't that go our way? And I thought we'd get a little bit more today when Van Dijk kicked the ball into Kirkes' face. I couldn't believe that didn't go in. The sliced clearance from Gakpo that nearly went in. There's a few moments where I thought, come on, a little bit more luck would be nice. Having said that,
to be fair though, Terry, surely you've heard this phrase. Good luck is what happens when hard work meets opportunity. We worked hard, and Liverpool gave us the opportunity. We created our luck today.
No, we certainly did. We certainly did.
Terry, sorry.
Go on, V. Go on, V.
Go on, by more, by the way.
I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to rain on your parade or anything. But I've been saying this, and I want to say thank you. I don't think anyone said credit to United. You guys played a very surprising game. I mean, I've asked, could United not replicate what the other teams have done to Liverpool to make their games uncomfortable? And you guys did it. You guys did it and executed. I've been saying this. I just want to be in arm's reach. Listen, I'm third, fourth favorites with regards to this title race. It's for Liverpool and Arsenal to lose. Thank you for the work you guys did today. Credit to you. Let me stay in this arm's reach. And again, the pressure's different. The pressure going back to back, the pressure of having record signings is different. And this defense, this copium, this shielding, I think is because they have these high ticket players that really aren't delivering. So credit to you guys. Celebrate.
I know you got to shoot me, but this is why I've always said calling Pep a checkbook manager is ridiculous. The pressure that comes with spending big money, a lot of fans of a lot of clubs don't get it. That's why when you're breaking British transfer records and those players come in, delivering with them is it isn't just, of course you won. You spent loads of money. The pressure that comes. That's why Isak's struggling. You have to look at the facts. And we're not going to do it. We'll do it on the Top 6 show tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you go through the top 20 most expensive signings of all time, we did it on the show a little while ago. We only come out of that saying like 5 of the 20 have been a hit. The vast majority of those £85 million plus players, most fans objectively go, for the money, they were a flop. There's a pressure that comes with it that for some reason gets ignored. V, big up yourself. Thanks for coming on, bro. I appreciate it massively. Top man. Who hasn't spoken at all yet? Cheers to Sam, bro.
Me,
seeing
Cam.
Sam on Straight for Bye. Bye, Sam. Bye, bro.
Me and Ram haven't spoke.
Yeah. I'll jump in here. I haven't said anything. I've been kicking it.
You speak, Cam. I'm running to the bathroom because I'm 2/3 away through this bottle of champagne and I've really got to go to the toilet. So yeah, crack on.
All good. Honestly, for me, like I don't judge lineups and all that stuff before. I can say with chess, Husam just jumped off. He would have been able to back me up on his channel. I said I thought we were going to get a draw. Personally, I thought we were going to get a draw. I was like, we're going to score early. We're going to hold on for dear life, and then they're going to score. I did not expect what Harry Maguire did. So I got two players I really am going to praise on when I talk right now, and I'll start with Harry Maguire because at the end of the day, I was on Six Sided I think it was a week ago, and one of the questions was like, giving him a contract extension, is that crazy? Is it not? And I said, not if he's going to take a pay cut, like because at the end of the day, you're not going to find a better squad player right now. And our defense isn't the problem. At the end of the day, our defense has actually shown up for me, most of the year, other than the keeper. Other than the keeper, DeLitt, Yoro, Maguire, any of the combinations that have been in there because you're going to see all three in a game with Amorim. You know what? At this point, we literally will see all three of our center backs play every game with Amorim. So we have enough of a size there. But Maguire, for me, took a lot of shit, dog. Like that dude, you lose your captaincy. And he's just come up with big goals after big goal with that head of his. So I can't hate. And he was solid in defense today. I thought he was very solid. I thought he put him off today. A lot of people were talking about Amorim, the decision. Well, he told everybody. Maybe I was wrong. I read a quote where he said, like, I know they're good in the air. So if we have Sesko in there, we're going in the air and they're better. So I'm just going to change it up. I'm pretty sure he said that. So he kind of told the world what he was going to do and why. The other player that I loved today was Cunha, and nobody's mad. I'm so happy nobody talked about what I'm about to say. There was a few moments. The dude, he was real Brazilian today. He was real Brazilian and won, if anybody knows basketball, and won mixtape shit. When he got the ball in the end of the game, when we defended brilliant, by the way, for those last 16 minutes. That's how I'm going to say. We didn't hold on. We defended brilliantly. That was the plan. They were defending for their lives. Every time Cunha got the ball, he did something crafty. That one where he was dribbling in between three dudes. There's three dudes on him. And he was just like,
Frimpong, yeah.
That was the defense. Yeah. It was like, I don't need to kick it low. I'm just going to dribble, and get it out.
Yeah,
I was like,
so good.
He got the hand down on the ground. It was like he was breakdancing. It was beautiful, but in a good way. That for me, then obviously the foul he got, the shithousery with the foul. And then he had the cramp moment.
Yeah.
Y'all were watching these moments, all these moments. I'm sorry. This is what winners do. I was watching these moments. These are all Brazilian moments. He looked around. He saw the ref. He's like, I'm cramping. I'm cramping. Just the gamemanship for me was beautiful. And obviously played great. He's one of those players where he doesn't have to score a goal to impact the game. And I really enjoyed Cunha today. It was nice to see, the Brazilians still got some Brazilians who play like Brazilians, and we got one of them now. So I'm extremely excited about him moving forward. But man, it can't not be happy. At the end of the day, for me, I got nothing negative to say about the team. I thought the substitutions were great. Mount played great. Mount low-key's been playing good when he plays. When he plays Mount, all of a sudden, I'm not so mad about him. Like he's starting to play good.
Yeah, so Mason Mount's starting to be like, that first season where he broke into the Chelsea team, and he's starting to look like that guy again. He's working in this system. I can't fault it. As much as I don't rate the player, objectively speak, I know Staffy, I'm so sorry I've used the word objectively, but objectively speaking, he was excellent again today. Didn't put a foot wrong, barring, I reckon, if he panicked a bit when that ball fell to him, when Mamadashvili dropped the ball, kind of flicked his foot too quickly. If he just waited a split second longer for the ball to drop, he'd have scored. But no, he was great today.
Terry, can I just say this?
Real quick, before I shut up.
I always believed you guys were going to get something from this game. And I said it on the show. I was one of the only people who said you guys were going to get something from this game. Let's be real. Liverpool did not lose this game. Manchester United took it from you. And you guys, it was a deserved L for you guys and a deserved win for Manchester United. And looking back, I've seen a lot of people shitting on Arsenal for getting a 1-0 win against Manchester United. I told you guys these are a tough team, and against teams like us, better teams across the table, you're going to see them perform like this. You're going to see Manchester United as
Igal, did you forget they drew 2-2 with us last season?
No. Listen to what I'm saying. As bad as they are,
we know that they were good.
They do perform against the top teams. I'm saying they do perform against the top teams, and a lot of Liverpool fans going into
seeing you smile, Terry.
No, a lot of Liverpool fans going into this game we're saying it doesn't matter that we lost 3 games in a row. We're going to beat Man United because it's Man United. They didn't care about the draw last season. They didn't care about the form that you had going into this game. You now lost 4 games. You now lost 4 games in a row, and all of a sudden, everything you've been talking about that we were talking about before the season.
I thought you were going to say one thing.
No. This is my point. I need to get my point across, right?
About 4 or 5 things already.
I realize nothing rattles Liverpool fans more than losing to Manchester United, so I get it. But brother, I'm not saying anything that's ridiculous. I'm simply stating facts here. You guys are losing games because you can't build up play. Some of your best players are looking off it because the new players are not embedding well. It's mostly on the manager, but Mo Salah missing from that range, from that close. What's going on with him? Isak missing on the other side from a similar type of angle. What's going on with him? Your best players are not stepping up. And Manchester United, hats off to you. Hats off to Harry Maguire. Hats off to Bruno. Hats off to Mbeumo. Hats off to your new goalkeeper. And this is why I love the Premier League, because one year you can be top of the world. Next year you could be struggling like Liverpool are. I gotta go, guys.
You know what upsets me so much? Seeing Igal smile is actually hurting my feelings. I hate
Arsenal. You would rather me than
I'm buzzing about it, and do you know what keeps coming into my head because the 4 defeats on the bounce? It is actually an Arsenal player that's coming. This image, I keep seeing it. 4. That's how I feel right now. I just keep 4.
Seriously, I was at that game.
4.
I was at that game.
Madness. Crazily, I was at that game. I was at a box with Barclays Bank. I was there with some kind of clients. It was an amazing match to be at. Free alcohol that night. That was when Barclays used to pay all those kind of expenses. I think that was just before the crash. After the crash, I didn't fucking pay for anything. Anyway, I'm going to come to Ram and came back in a minute. David, we won. How happy are you?
I'm in a shock you're asking me that, because I've only been doing this on this show for 3-4 months, something like that. And you've been hanging out with these Liverpool friends of yours that have just come on this show. How depressed were they? They only won the league last year. Yeah, I'm being criticised for being upset, for being 17th, for not winning 2 games in a row. But on Liverpool, I'll be honest, I think the longer Slot gets to build his team, the more down in the dumps they'll be. I honestly think he was the cherry on top of a cake that was already baked and iced by Klopp. It was a new voice and a voice that worked, that won it for them last year. I'm not going to take it away from him. But now it's time to build a team. He's fucked it right up, mate. It's all over the gaff. But fuck Liverpool. Let's talk about the winners. Yeah? Amorim, I'm so happy for you, mate. I'm actually so happy for you. I almost, believe it or not, this may be over emotional. I almost
you almost took your shirt off for him.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, I almost cried watching him. The relief on his face. Yeah. Listen, I've never questioned the man when it comes to the effort that he's putting in to try and turn this around. Yeah, he's given 110%. I've just questioned whether he's capable. That's all. But fair play to him. He's given me what I asked for, and that was 2 wins in a row. He's given me an amazing moment today. And any player, manager that gives me moments, you know what that means to me? That means they've earned a stripe. Yeah? And he's finally earned a stripe with me. Thank you so much, Ruben Amorim. A lot of the stuff I wanted to talk about has been covered, but I'm going to briefly go through it. I had this debate with you, Terry, about starting Lammens as soon as we signed him, because we couldn't afford not to, right? And since that guy's been in the goal, the natural calmness of the team, right? The anxiety that was in our team has gone. It's disappeared. For once, I wasn't scared of corners anymore. I couldn't believe it. And we conceded a lot of them today. So I'm so glad he's in. And fair play, I wasn't sure when we signed him. I wanted Donnarumma, but so far, so good. Maguire, right? I know we spoke about him already, but there should be a documentary on this guy. How the hell has he turned around his reputation like this? I mean, there used to be memes left, right, and center of this man. Now he's not even spoken about. I mean, what a man. And dare I say it, captain material. I know he was stripped of it, but what a legend. Cunha, I know you spoke about him. He hasn't scored a goal for us yet, but he's done way more than that. His attitude, his tenacity, unbelievable. And I'm going to finish with this. Bruno Fernandes. You guys saw in the chat, right? You were all digging him out, and rightly so. just remember he's being played out of position, right? He's not good in that midfield position. He's just not. And he was having a stinker. But what did I say? He will always come up trumps with something, an assist or a goal. And here he is again. And I'll say this again. If a man has given you so many good moments, don't turn your back on him. Support him all the way, even if he's had a bad game. Amorim hasn't given me many moments. That's why he doesn't have my support, but he's building it now. But Bruno Fernandes, once again, was the man to assist a goal to win us the game. Thank you so much. That's it from me.
No, I agree with what you said about Bruno. I felt that I actually didn't think he had a bad game until that moment between the 60th minute and their equalizer. He started giving the ball away cheaply. I thought up until that point, he was. Listen, people that dislike him will nitpick and find all these little things. He was very, very good, but he isn't great at being pressure resistant at Anfield in that moment. But I was sitting there going, he's got to come off now. I don't think I put it in the group chat. I was just saying it to myself, but I'll still admit this. I'm saying it to myself. But then when I saw that assist, I don't think people realize as well, that cross from him with the inside of his foot, it was kind of a lofted pass. He doesn't look very technically gifted because he doesn't have great lines, but this ain't fucking ballet. There are only a handful of players in Premier League history that can play creative passes as consistently as Bruno Fernandes. And without him on the pitch, we don't win that football match. And that, for me, is a fact. The one thing I'll say to you, the only thing I'm going to sort of half challenge.
Go for it.
Maguire and Lammens is a parallel here, but opposite ends. Why has Maguire turned things round? Because the pressure went. Once he was written off and he was a bum and a flop and out the team, captaincy gone, and everybody written him off, and every time he plays, it's like, oh, he's going to have a bad game. Once that pressure went, he's had a much better last 2 years than the previous 3.
What I will say to that, though, Terry,
go on.
Finish. No, what I will say to that is he's had loads of opportunities to take the road to leave the club, right? He has. But he's wanted to stay and fight for his place. He's wanted to stay and take more abuse. I agree. Attitude alone is amazing, right?
I agree with that. All of that, he's turned it round. I still wouldn't renew his contract, by the way. I would still move him on. But I get your point that he has improved over the last 2 years compared to the first 3. But that's because he got to a point where he was a complete write-off. People went, oh, God, it's Maguire. Where when he first came in at 85 million, people were expecting Van Dijk. People were expecting him to be almost flawless every week. He then became captain. The pressure cooked him. This is why I think it was right to do exactly what we've done with Lammens. And this is one of those random things. Even the way we were going to position it PR-wise, I just smelt this rat. And I mean it in the nicest possible way from the beginning. I didn't believe he was the number 2, but I felt we were bringing him in, and the way we were kind of announcing him to the world was like, yes, Lammens is number 2. See when he gets a chance. I always felt he was going to be the number 1. The fact that he's been brilliant in his first 2 games is why I don't fault the fact he didn't start straight away. We don't know what we don't know. He might have been this good from day one. Maybe he comes in that first game. If he gets the big fanfare as the new number 1, he's given the number 1 shirt. Maybe that pressure, like Maguire, maybe that pressure, like we've seen multiple other players, young strikers like Rasmus Højlund, maybe he succumbs to that. Maybe it's easy. Maybe we should do this with more players we buy. Maybe the next time a youngster comes through, like Adnan Januzaj, like Alejandro Garnacho, maybe instead of making them the new Messiah, Rashford, maybe what we should do is play it down. Even like he isn't getting game time, so maybe it's not his fault. Maybe what we should do is less hype, more protection, play it down, and let those players sort of be nurtured correctly. I think sometimes I think we're so desperate, all of us, me included, for a new hero that we get the sniffer one, and you're like a desperate guy in a nightclub. He's asking everybody out. Like at the end of the day, he's going to end up with a 10-2 and not be very happy at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean?
Not being funny, Terry, but see them men in the nightclub, you can smell them. So don't you worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not one of them guys. I'm not one of them guys. I'm not one of them dudes. That weren't me. That was Canadian Cam.
I get your point on Lammens.
I have to shoot now, but I hope everybody enjoys their evening. Very much enjoyed the win.
Thank you, Lou. Enjoy your evening.
It's nice to see David smiling for a change.
Let's go. It's great to see United fans smiling. Love it. Love it. Sorry, back to you, Dave.
What I will say on Lammens' last one, because I know there's others that want to speak, is he hasn't been brilliant. He hasn't. It was just the standard was so low that he could have come and just caught the ball like he's done, and we would have sung his praises. So in my belief is he should have gone straight back in. And last one from me, Mainu, he looked upset at the end of the game. He looked upset that we won. So you're saying do this with players? It don't always work. Not everyone's got the right attitude to be able to go through that. Mainu looks like he's going to leave in January, mate. Honestly, he looks like he's going to go.
I didn't see the after bit. I'll have to go back. I'll take your word for it on that. Ram, aka we call him, in case you're new to the terrace, we call him two-backer because he never backs his team. He has no chest. We call him two-backer. How are you feeling, my old mate, my old pedigree chum, my friend? How are you after you lost to United? You lost to United. You've lost 4 in a row. Talk to me, Ram.
Well, I have to give credit where credit's due, even though I'm a massive United hater. No matter how much you guys are happiness, what stinks the most is United happiness. Like, as a Liverpool fan, it stinks bad. But United played well today, to be fair to them. Obviously, hearing the conversations from Tom, from Rack, from Sam, I can't put it all on Slot today. Obviously, I could put a bunch of blame on Slot, but Isak, that chance that he had, I'm like, bro, you're 120 mil. You're one of the best strikers in the world. You've got to be doing better than that. Aim for the side netting, not for the middle of the goal. Salah doing what he's done for the past 6 weeks, which is just air shots, hit it to Rosette, not even pass to anyone that's available, can't complete a single dribble. The only people that I could say that actually played well today is probably Curtis Jones when he came on, Szoboszlai to an extent, and Konate. But one thing I will give a lot of criticism is to Slot is the starting lineup. How many times have we seen this under Klopp, even under Slot, in the past couple of months, that whenever South American players go abroad and they come back, they just don't look fit and they don't look right. We saw it with Luis Diaz. We saw
like
it with
like Cunha today.
I'm talking about Liverpool today, man. I'm talking about Liverpool. It seems to happen with Liverpool, man. But
different South America.
Yeah, he's Argentinian, not Brazilian, mate. That's the difference.
Different flight time. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. But again, we have someone who's available, Curtis Jones, that is in good form. Has played well when he's come on. Chiesa, you know how long and how many times I've said this guy should be starting for Liverpool. He ain't starting at all. I think is a culmination of things. The manager getting stuff wrong, I can accept, but the one thing I don't accept is players playing like that absolute dog crap. And that's the culmination of why we're losing 4 games in a row. I think people are happy to blame Slot, and I think Slot deserves a lot of blame. But I'm sorry, we can't rule out the fact these players in the last 2 to 3 weeks have been playing like absolute crap. It's as simple as that. If you're telling me the same players again that's doing all right, which is Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, those are the players that are continuously doing well. There's got to be a problem with some of these players as well because they just don't seem up for it. How can we allow Manchester United to win second balls, show more desire at my own gaff? That's the crazy bit. And we get to have to live with this L for another couple of days, and then we'll go to Frankfurt, and then we'll probably get another L, and then
for a whole year. You got to live with this for a year till the game comes back round, bruv. A whole year.
Or leak up. But again, like I said, at this moment, I don't want to see my team play in a long time, but I've got to see them play in Germany. So it is what it is.
I've got to give you a lot of credit, Ram. I've got to give you a lot of credit because you are calling out the players because I think it's just ridiculous to put today down all on.
No,
Slot.
I find it Terry, it's crazy when every match reaction of a Liverpool game, I say the same players again and again and again that are playing well. Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, Jones. Why is it the same players? Why can't I say Salah played well this game? Why can't I say Isak played well this game? McAllister played well this game? Like, again, it's crazy that some of these players are getting an absolute buy from some of our fan base because we're playing at a level that we don't even deserve to be in title conversations. Even to the extent we don't even deserve to be in top 5 conversations. That's how badly we are playing. And it's a culmination of everything.
I hear you on that. I know we've got a lot still more people to speak to. We've got quite a lot of super chats to go through here that I don't want to miss because obviously I want to respect the audience as best I can. And I'll throw some of these to you guys as well, and it might tie in with things that you've got to say. Mitchie here says players playing like crap. When you spend a country's GDP on transfers, the answer has to go deeper than that.
Well, you must have been deaf for the last 5 to 10 minutes of us not speaking about Liverpool. Like, open your ears. If you don't want to listen, cool, but don't come up with stupid comments like that. But thank you for the super chat.
Players still worth more just because they play for Liverpool. That's the UK, Mac.
Good one. I'm glad he remembered that.
Because Isak right now looks like he's worth about £3.50.
Structure, system.
Is that what made him and Mo Salah miss their chances with the system?
At the end of the day, Terry, like it's as simple as this, really. You got world-class players, you got a bang average manager. Like you got bang average manager right now. Like that's what he is. Like you've literally got 60 GA sat on the bench from last season. 3 of the best players in Germany last season. You're not even going to play them. Like you're consistently playing players that are playing poorly. Like McAllister's been terrible all season. Salah's been terrible all season. Like have some balls and drop them for the players that got signed for you. Like if they weren't signed for you, who the hell were they signed for? Like if you're going to go out with the blaze of glory against Manchester United and play the lot. Play the lot. Play Wirtz, play Frimpong, play Isak, play Ekitike, play them all. Like at the end of the day, you finish the game with about 9 strikers up front. Like Slot has been found out from 2025 onwards, and it's just a fact. Like I think he's lost 8 games and drawn 8 games since 2025. Like that is entitled winning form. Like this has been going on since he implemented his tactics and started playing inverted left back and inverted right back and flooding the midfield with defenders and then putting your midfielders who are supposed to be in the centre of the park up front. Because if you just look at the game, all Manchester United need to do, all any team need to do against Liverpool is play a back 3 and play 5 in midfield, and we are screwed. 1 pass is all it takes. That's all it takes. 1 pass. Teams don't even have to play good football against us right now. It's just a simple ball behind either the left-hand side or the right-hand side, and you're in. And that's how you scored your first goal. And then again, set piece FC. Anyone who scores who can score set pieces can get them against Liverpool. This manager is totally out of his depth. Totally out of his depth now.
K-Mac, would you sack him tonight then?
No. Oh. No. But he needs to be humble again because he's just a pure ego now. Like his press conferences, he's blaming VAR, he's blaming low block. No, Arnie. Blame what you're doing because you've just had 2 weeks to sort out the shit sandwiches that you've served us for the last 2 months, and you did nothing. You played exactly the same team that you played against Chelsea, and you got exactly the same result. You got beaten when you got an equaliser because you put too many forwards on and you didn't have enough players to defend. That's how we got beat against Chelsea. We just got beat against Manchester United exactly the same way. Like, if you haven't got enough players on the pitch to actually do any defending because you went gung-ho and went, you know what, I'm just going to play 6 strikers and have no midfield apart from Curtis Jones. And all we're doing right now is we are playing Ryan Gravenberch as a midfielder on his own or Curtis Jones when he comes on as a sub. That is pretty much it all season. He is way out of his depth right now. And someone needs to really take him aside and goes, maybe Richard Hughes, because he was not Michael Edwards or the nerds pick. Thomas Frank was the nerds pick, okay? He was Richard Hughes's pick. None of the others wanted Arnie Slot. So maybe Richard Hughes needs to take him aside and goes, look, mate, I've just signed you an absolute caviar set of players. Florian Wirtz, 60 GA in the last 2 seasons.
Question, are they actually caviar set of players?
That we've been signed. And he's just not getting anything out of them because he's playing them all over the place. Florian Wirtz came on and played as a right back. Like, Tom's not wrong. Like, you bring in one of the most generational players to come out of Europe, to the Premier League who has got all the numbers to be like Kevin De Bruyne, everything about him. Where are you playing him? You're playing him as a right back when he comes on. Like, give the guy room to breathe. Like, you're giving him roles that he's not used to. You're playing Kirkes as a centre back most of the game, and he inverts into midfield, and he looks completely out of his depth.
This super chat here,
the whole setup is just so wrong.
This super chat here from Garrett. This here from Garrett says, my super chat before the panel. So a reminder that Liverpool would be 9th right now if it hadn't been for that worldy free kick. And there is something. Listen, you can't remove the goals, and you can't literally remove it. But from a performance level, from a performance level, you'd be nearer to mid-table than top of the league if it wasn't for that free kick. And I do think there's something in that.
If you look at all the numbers and the goals, the games that we've lost, the games we've drawn, and the points that we've achieved, if it wasn't for Mo Salah, mate, honestly, I think we'd be closer to 17.
Relegation.
I'm not joking yet. We have been dreadful since 2025, and it's just a fact. And it's because Arnie decided, I'm going to scrap Klopp's system because I've wrapped up the league. The league's done and dusted. We're now just running it back because Arsenal keep on dropping points when they could take points back, and we just ran with Arnie's.
I'm not buying into that sentiment.
We lost the League Cup final. We lost against PSG. We've done it with Arnie Slot's system.
I'm not buying into that sentiment at all because you still saw remnants of that at the start of the season.
Are you literally living off?
Hang on. I'll let you talk. Hang on, K-Mac, I'll let you talk. Let me finish what I'm going to say. We saw remnants of what it was at the start of the season. It wasn't all fully Jurgen Klopp's tactics, as you know. Every time that we played in the start of the season was a more controlled and more measured way of playing. The fact that we limited opposition chances to very low XG was not down to Jurgen Klopp tactics. It was Slot. At the end of the day, Klopp wasn't playing us a football like that. It was Slot. You take the good with the bad.
Slot's mouth in press conferences. How many times was he asked, "What are you doing differently?" Nothing. I'm not doing anything differently. He said it a million times in press conferences.
You know what's really interesting?
He said it a million times in press conferences. I haven't changed anything. I'm looking at how Liverpool play.
If you talk about today, I'm only isolating today's game. And again, we didn't play the best football that we did, but it's got to get some blame on these players, man. These players are playing absolutely poorly. It can't be the same players that I'm saying every week that is like he's playing well or he's playing well. I
agree. What are you going to say, Deezy? Because I'm going to go to the boys below in a minute. But what you're saying is
the really interesting to me is that I've sat back and I've listened to almost 2 hours of these guys bang on about Liverpool, which I wouldn't do on a good day. But today's a really good day, so I've got time.
When it comes to Liverpool losing,
but listen, no, today's a really good day, so I've got time. But the interesting thing to me is that it almost sounds like Liverpool fans are like end stage.
I've wasted champagne here.
Yeah, Terry, that's disgraceful.
Rich people problems.
He's looking off the table. You're moving.
No,
you're moving.
That looks so sus. Look, bro, what are you doing?
Off the table.
It's on me book. It's on me book.
I don't.
Nah, you're moving.
See Terry with alcohol in the system is a menace, man. I swear.
Is that I'm working class? I ain't wasting a drop, bro.
No, that's you drink it out of the shoe.
Nah, you can't take the man out the ghetto still. I'm not. But what was I saying? So it sounds to me like Liverpool fans are like end stage meltdown with Arnie Slot, which is really interesting considering you guys literally just won the league. And it's not just my man with the black Liverpool shirt. My bad, I don't know your name, G. But like even the guys that were on before, they're sounding a lot like Slot out. And I'm like, didn't you guys just win a league with man? Like, shouldn't he get a little bit more time? And then you like essentially overhaul the whole team. Shouldn't he get a little more time to like let him land or?
I don't think anyone so out, but can't a manager get criticism? But can't a manager get criticized?
How is it going to get better? I'd love to know how it's going to get better because it's getting worse. And he's now implementing all of the players that he's just signed, or some of them, into this system, which is terrible. It's a terrible system. I'm not sure how it's ever going to work, this system. when you have no midfield and then you have all your attackers stood within 5 yards of each other, marking each other in the box. Like, how is that ever going to work? For me, right now, I'm really starting to feel sorry for Frimpong because he's one of the best pressers in the German league, and he gets about 20 GA every season. Yeah, and he's being played as a right back. Like, that makes no sense whatsoever because he's not a right back for a start. Your right winger is completely stinking up the league all season, completely stinking up the league, missing sitters left, right, and centre, and providing nothing on opposite direction. Why isn't Frimpong getting played? No idea. Cody Hapko scored again today. Okay, fair enough. He's been crap all season, let's be fair, but he has scored goals. Fair enough. Like, he stays on the pitch the whole time. Like, he doesn't even get subbed now. Like, why aren't you putting someone on there to at least give us something different? Because there's nothing changing. It's just rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. And all the opposition has to do now is play 3 at the back and 5 in midfield, and we are foobarred. Watch Frankfurt do it. Watch Brentford do it. And watch everybody throw set pieces in, because we can't defend set pieces at all. At all.
You wasted that
champagne. We can't score them either, by the way. We have massively. We've regressed.
We are gathered here today to witness a funeral of Arne Slot's managerial career at Liverpool.
We lost to Manchester United. We gave Manchester United
first time in 10 years. Terry must be high. No, I'm not high, bruv. I am
drunk.
Pissed. I am drunk. I've drunk now. Well, I spilled a little bit. That's almost a whole bottle of Moet. A bottle of Moet. Almost got. I know I said it wrong on purpose. That's the joke. Guys, I'm going to jump back to some of these super chats here. Jimmy O'Hare. O'Hare, my late, great, lovely grandmother's maiden name. It says, in 1 year, not a single person will ever question an opinion suggesting that Ekitike is one of the best strikers around. Ekitike belonged at the level of Liverpool from day one. Isak is a fish out of water. I will say, one of them is taken to life at Liverpool a lot better than the other.
The other one is Andy Carroll 2.0.
Maverick. Ekitike's a Maverick.
Yeah, Isak is looking a lot like Gyökeres right now, man. Like
Gyökeres at least got 3 goals. Isak hasn't got any.
Like Gyökeres, it was a similar shot to Gyökeres from today, man. I mean, Ekitike is the.
By the way, Verts, what's Verts' 00 now? What's Verts' 00 now?
10. I think not even a 00. It's a single year O.
Oh God, he's on 10. This here says, United fans, how was Dorgu's performance? In fairness, I thought Dorgu was a little sloppy on the ball when he came. We had the ball in really good. I get why we made the substitution because of the ridiculous yellow card to Ahmad. But I'm still annoyed about that. Dorgu wasn't great when he come on. Very heavy touches. Cheers, K-Mac. Cheers, bro.
Cheers later, man.
See that ponytail.
Big up Man United, by the way. Big up Man United for that win.
No, why? Why are we big up Man
respect,
United,
bro.
Man? That's
big
disgusting.
Respect.
That's disgusting.
£2 for the female United fan who makes sense. That could be any one of us because I'm not allowed to gender anybody nowadays. Isak shot angle was similar to that of Victor Gyökeres, but Liverpool fans, Sam said yesterday that Gyökeres should score. I was thinking that when Husam was talking. He literally was saying that Gyökeres has to score those. When it came to Isak, he said the opposite. Don't worry, we'll get them clips. KJ, clip it! This is why I use the new phrase. Sorry, this is why I use the phrase "new boys on the block." I like that. Liverpool lost because McAllister forgot his pacifier. I'm not going to lie, guys. I know the head injury was serious. But what was that condom they put on his head?
Looked like a swimming cap.
Someone said he looked like Buzz Lightyear.
Oh, they put it on his head. My mate misses me. My mate misses me saying, "What's that condom?" I was like, "Fuck me!" Like, yeah, that's gonna kill your mojo as a man, isn't it? Like that on your barnet, like. Thank you for entertaining us, Liverpool, trying to score from open play and not set pieces. Love it. I knew spending big wouldn't work in one window for Liverpool, is what Nav says here. Harry Dudley Doosley. I can't read that. Who? Dudley. Dudley Doosley. Who's that? Who's that wrestler or something?
Harry Potter, the fat kid.
He's the cousin.
Big up Dudley. Why are you so sad? I remember him. Yeah. I remember him. Had Suarez and Messi played 5 minutes away from me last... Sorry. Had Suarez and Messi played 5 minutes away from me last night and I gave those tickets away thinking I'd rather be sober for us hammering United. Shake my head. Yeah. Listen, bro. Unlucky. Have a Prosecco on me. You broke them and I love it. Thank you for your corner TV. Listen,
He's
man.
too busy spilling the Prosecco.
He
man.
doesn't need any more.
Yeah, he's too busy
Prosecco.
spilling it.
My friend, I'm drinking the champagne. This is it's here. It says champagne. By the way,
that makes it worse. That makes it even worse that you're spilling champagne.
It's my champagne. I'll spill it if I want, bruv. You know what I mean? I worked hard for this. You know what I mean? Grimsby over Liverpool. I mean, isn't it mad? Do you not find this mad, Aiden? Dizzy, my boys. Do you not find it mad that we lost to Grimsby, but we've beaten Chelsea and Liverpool this season and outplayed Arsenal?
It's because you guys rise to the big occasion and then you fall away and you become the same level against the smaller positions.
Crazy, man.
Simple.
Crazy,
Simple
bro. Crazy. Liverpool players don't pass the eye test today. Didn't pass the eye test today. Anton, you've for a while called out Liverpool squad as not being as good as people think it is. You may have said that when I was away getting a paper towel for the wet patch I created by spilling drink. I didn't wee myself. What you saying, bro?
Glory, glory, Man United, and the Reds go marching on.
Are you an Arsenal fan or are you a United fan? Please.
No, I'm first of all, I'm doing my good friend Terry Flores.
Build a bonfire, build a bonfire, put the
last
scousers on the
3
top.
years,
You
Terry
put
has
Stitchy
sung the
in
praises
the
of my
middle,
football
and
club.
you burn the fucking lot.
And
Sorry,
so
back to you.
This is what I call karma, right? You put in Terry, and the football gods give you back, because Terry is very happy enough to come out and tell you, everybody, that he's on loan to Arsenal, and now he's now receiving the rewards because now I've sung Man United's praise back towards him. But yes, this is something. I said that the Liverpool squad was bad, but I didn't see this coming. This is shocking. 4 losses in a row. This is looking bad, guys. This is looking bad. And I was trying to tell everybody, and I've literally had on my show 5 weeks in a row, now coming up 6 weeks in a row, Isak on fraud watch. The last striker that switched from Newcastle to Liverpool, his name was Andy Carroll. What happened to him? Isak is Andy Carroll 2.0. Some players are just made to play in some teams, and some players are just not cut out for the big time.
Preach!
And Alexander Isak was a great player for Newcastle, but he is not a Liverpool player. You wasted 130 million pounds. Florian Wirtz. By the way, one of my favorite players prior to becoming KJ.
Sorry, Anton. I need to say this quickly. Hold that, you flipping frauds, bro. You champion frauds. Hold it. Hold that. All right, listen. I didn't even watch the game. Don't need to. I didn't need to believe. My team did it for me, bro. All you guys, all you Liverpool fans, smell that, because your team stinks, bro. Absolutely stinks. You know what? Yeah. This is the one time I get to have this much gas this season, bro. So I'm going to take it, fam. I'm going to take it. I'm going to go back to my day and my night.
Yeah, in fairness, KJ messaged me. KJ is with family today. He couldn't be on this show, but he messaged me this morning and he was like, I'm either going to miss a battering, which is good, or miss the first time we beat them at Anfield in 10 years. It's like one of the two. And he missed out from a good point of view, but he's with family. That's really, really important. But big up. It's good seeing you, bro. It's good seeing you, my G.
Enjoy the rest of the night.
Cheers, mate. Sorry, back to you, Anton.
I see him on nightmares. Bloody hell.
No, Florian Wirtz actually used to be one of my favorite players when he played at Bayer Leverkusen, like in terms of to watch in the world football. I'm still waiting for that player to show up at Anfield. Like, where happened to this guy? Like, no jokes. I think that he probably will take about a year to become the Florian Wirtz that he played at Leverkusen, because I do believe in overall quality, and actually still kind of believe in Isak's overall quality. But in terms of the title race now, let's be honest. I was being told that Liverpool was supposed to be the team that was running away with the league. Once Isak came, what did Terry say for about 8 weeks while Isak was linked to Liverpool? If Isak joins Liverpool, this league is done. They have won it. Liverpool will be unstoppable. Guys, 8 matches, 3 defeats. Isn't that basically like how many defeats you guys had the entire year last year? And we haven't even hit 1/4 of the season.
Now, listen, they have been poor. There is absolutely no doubt about that. Do you know how bad they've been? I'm going to read some quotes. Why I asked Deezy to stay and Aiden. I want to read some quotes here because these quotes are killing me. Brian Mbeumo just said, scoring in front of them, Liverpool fans, and silencing them, that was nice. DeLitt has said, we knew Liverpool's weaknesses. Their fullbacks are a problem. Arnie Slot has just said this is fucking beautiful. He said, we've seen Šeško play the last 3, 4, 5, 6 times. That isn't true. He hasn't started that many times. But anyway, but they go to Liverpool and they change the lineup. That's not the first time where we've faced a team and they've done that.
Wait. Is he blaming another team for being set up well tactically?
Yeah.
Can we not change our team now?
Yeah. But that's just it. If we, and this is why I'm praising Amorim, because Amorim knew if we go there, this is the thing, right? Do you remember?
By the way, Ruben in. By the way, I'm totally Ruben in now, Terry.
Do you remember that clip of Sam Allardyce laughing because Jose Mourinho got upset, and I think Allardyce's words were he's upset because we out-tacted him. It didn't even make grammatically any sense. And it made me, that's how I feel like tonight. It's like, listen, Slot, people are not going to play you in a way that gets the best out of your players. Why should we? Liverpool are better than Man United. They are. If we play them at their game, we'll get beat. And we didn't. And that's why, listen, I love Staffy to bits, but that's why he frustrated me earlier when I'm sitting there and I'm like, what do you mean? We can't, it almost make it sound like we got it wrong with the players turned up. No, that was the system. It was to go long, win those second balls, even to make them try. We wanted them attacking us so we could counter. So you've got to counter people. You've got to give them the ball. But yeah, look, I'm going to jump to some more of these super chats here. I'm not being disrespectful, boys. And this here said Liverpool players didn't pass it. I think that's true. Tom deserves this. Throw those shirts away. V taking notes whilst Sam talks is diabolical. Van Dickhead's cowardly elbow was aimed at Mbeumo. Instead, he takes his teammate out, then complains like an idiot whilst Mbeumo plays on. I will ask this question. We were a little lucky that game. The game didn't get stopped for that head injury. Like and that's kind of been forgotten in the last 2 hours, but we were kind of lucky that little bit was a bit of luck, but.
The only people that said that weren't lucky was actually Arsenal fans on Twitter. That's the only ones.
This year says that Vater's jotting Husam's points is hilarious. Yeah, but he's right too, because Husam will say one thing today and another thing tomorrow. People say set pieces are not sustainable, but Arsenal does them consistently. So, guys, they are sustainable. Can you say happy birthday as I've turned 40 on Thursday? Adam! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Yo. Nah, fam. Yeah, you go cut.
Happy birthday.
Mr. President. You've been Mr.
By the way,
you can protect Terry from himself.
I will say this. I'm very comfortable in my sexuality. The only people freaking out right now are the men that are not.
Call it what you want. Put the drink down. I don't care.
By the way, I was living with Deezy for a month in Germany. We're good, man. Not me and him by ourselves, a whole group of us. We had a good time. I'm not his type though. Deezy likes a ginger. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them
and women mostly. That's the most important.
Don't you misgender me, Terry? I love that you're a winner. 1 was late, but 2 a set piece corner. You've won me my bet today, so take my money. You only won £5. What was the bet? I bet you won more than that. No, I'm joking. Thank you for super chat. Thanks, Man United. Amorim in today. Next week it's going to be Amorim out. I think we've done that super chat.
No. Amorim outers should be quiet for at least a month. I don't want to hear anything from Amorim outers.
They'll be back next week.
He's won back-to-back games for the first time in his career.
It's not good enough. He's not good enough apparently.
At Man United, not in his career.
Right. Talking about at Man United. Yeah.
Doesn't he have a more successful career than Mikel Arteta? Or am I bugging?
What? No.
How's
what are you even on about? What are you even on?
Hasn't he won league titles?
Amorim won league titles, yeah.
With Sporting. That's not the same as winning in England.
He won 3, right? Or is it just one?
Elitism. This year,
no, they didn't win the last. He didn't win the last one because he went on to Man United. He missed one.
Yeah, but he gets the medal. He played 10 games. Yeah. He managed 10 games. Every player's job at Newcastle was to get the ball to Isak. Liverpool players are only playing for themselves. It's never going to work for Isak there. I wouldn't say it's never going to work for him, to be fair. I do think, all banter aside, I think it's too early to say that. Controversial opinion. Last season, Liverpool didn't win the league as much as Arsenal and City lost it.
This is what I'm not going to subscribe to, man. That is such absolute.
I completely subscribe to that. I was saying that all of last year.
Literally before game week 34, we only lost one game, which was against Nottingham Forest.
Last year, Manchester City, as it was, completely imploded.
It is such bull crap.
Arsenal had 27 injuries. It was like the sea split for Liverpool to walk right through.
Injuries, it would have been a title race, and we still would have won it. How about
boys, listen. I want to thank you all for tuning in, the viewers. Boys, thank you for coming on. Super Chatters, you're amazing, man. This is going to redirect you to MHF. I'm going to go to bed, though, because I've got straight facts in the morning, and I've got to get up.
Ooh.
But before I go, I just want to say, Ruben Amorim, he'll bring the glory days again. We'll sing it from the Stratford end. Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim.